that rich, my nigga. Living lawless, stay flossing, top bullshit. Nigga might be speeding in them black Porsches. Nigga cautious, you can't talk this. I'm the realest of the realest. Little niggas see me coming callers. I'ma show you how we top down. See me dead in the drop now. What you gonna talk now? All these rap niggas fucking clowns. I pop off with that motherfucking Ford. How y'all niggas talking? Poppy up in the spot, chefing them bricks. Living lifestyle that most niggas can't pitch. Talk about this, my money getting the brick. Talking about a billions, nigga, I'm living this.
Easy, easy. Don't get caught up in talking breezy. Talking breezy. Gotta understand that's how the streets be. That's how the streets be. Homeboy, you better be easy. Be easy.
Yo. Young cocky nigga like Ken Griffey. Blow your bitch ass like a spliffy. Hit your bitch with a quickie. Pretty tone to this rap shit. I come through, let my motherfucking gat lift. I'm practiced, nigga, you can counteract this. So attractive with the money in the bars. Nigga show you I got a couple of my fucking czars. You see my niggas in the back, that's the fucking squad. You see us pulling in the foreign, maybe the Rolls Royce or maybe the Benz too. Nigga, you simple. Yeah, I eat your ass off like you pencil. 4, 5, 6, nigga know what I've been through. It's the life that I live in. Got my niggas sending real kites to them prisons. Nigga, you gotta feel it. This is real vivid. So lawless with the flow. Niggas understand that. I'ma get that fucking dough. Let's go.
Easy, easy. Don't get caught up in talking breezy. Talking breezy. Gotta understand that's how the streets be. That's how the streets be. Homeboy, you better be easy. Be easy.
Yeah. Y'all niggas better breathe easy, man. Breathe easy, really breathe easy. Niggas talking all crazy on your records and shit, man. That niggas know how we do, man. Top down. Summertime flow. You know what I'm saying? Riding with them bosses. 911 Porsches. Chris Allen.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, ballin' like it. Hey yo, ballin' like a habit, you ain't never see me floss. Talking to a top boss, see me in the Porsche. Speeding through the back block, know where I be. Understand that I really be with all of my G's. Lifestyle, what you wanna know about this shit? The lavish shit that you niggas can't floss like this. At a sack chick, might blow a bag on your bitch. Talk about you living life, nigga, know about this. Stacking chips after chips in the VIP. Popping bottles after bottles, nigga, know about me. I'm a top general, them niggas don't want beef. If you really want it, dog, we can see me in the streets. Ain't nothing gonna change, shit gon' be the same. Desert Eagle ring, know I got a thing. Got a destiny to date, nigga, you gon' know that. Come back around here, niggas gon' blow back. Hold that, let me show you how to stack that money. Get that money in, niggas really looking funny. Rap niggas talking like they really want beef. I'm really in the streets, I be deep with my heat. Let's go. The Cartier bracelet be shining. Niggas can't talk about me, nigga, I'm climbing. All the way to the top, I stay gon' floors. Talk to the boss, might swing you right across. They don't want drama, ain't nothing, they gon' static.
Just pay the guy.
Yeah. It's for my penthouse boys, none of you lobby boys. Yeah. Yeah. It's for my penthouse boys, for none of you lobby boys. Desert Eagle squeeze, my nigga, just get your toys. We can talk beef, my nigga, we make it brief. Pelican them brief, my nigga, like I play up in that Jeep with my 456. Niggas talking like they don't know I move them bricks. Bundles after bundles coming so fast and shit. I'm talking to Poppy on the phone, he moving them chips.
Gotti, man, it's been a minute, man.
Walls just go to wifey, right?
Niggas be talking that shit, man, but you know how we do.
Ain't shit changed.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bricks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 stacks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag, riding low. See me in that 4-5 ACP. Might have to pop a nigga anytime, many streets. I'm a real live wire, nigga, get busy, man. If you want that beef, dog, we gon' get it fucking in. Ain't no talking when I come through with that desert ease. Understand that it's really gon' be beef. Nigga ain't brief, nigga, if you really want it. You be dead by the night or the next morning.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bricks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 stacks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag.
I got your girl on my dick, nigga. 4-5 in the streets on my hip, nigga. You know we really hate niggas. Got guns on the waist, we come and clip niggas.
We got guns on our waist and we ready. Understand that my niggas, they really is deadly. Come through with the black, the Porsche Berettis. Niggas see me, I'm speeding like I was in Dreddy. Stack of cream, we throwing this Fetty. Had these bitches in the strip club, nigga, we ready. They don't want war, you don't want beef. You be dead, homie, fucking with the team. Mafia.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bricks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 stacks in my duffel bag.
I got work on the scale, nigga.
100 bundles in my duffel bag.
100 bricks in my duffel bag. Let that ride out. Hear a lot of you niggas talking, man.
Once again, the incredible. Let's get it. Yo. The sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight tears. The drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight tears. The sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight tears. The sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight tears. I'm a tyrant like Gaddafi, throwing lavish parties, spilling champagnes on the dots. My niggas blasting for me. Go to war like Arafat, get his shit get bloody. Play the game like Bojack. See the boy so smooth, see the flow so ill, got a mass appeal. See I come outside with a gram of steel. Niggas don't want beef if they know my chills, and I ain't gotta talk crazy cause my niggas is real. Yeah, the lifestyles of the rich and the shameless. Some die young, yeah, some die stainless. Understand that I could come with the Rangers. See my team, nigga, all of my cadets behind me. Niggas slide through, nigga find who. See the H-class diamonds, my niggas bling too. You don't want no war, you can't spark tools. You don't want no beef, y'all niggas talk dope. And y'all already know the habits. Understand that we really got them ratchets. Let it off, let one shot off, and understand who the top boss. You know me, dog. The sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight. Tears of sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight. Tears of sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight. Tears of sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. You niggas gotta fight. Everybody wanna know reality rap. Let me show you what reality at. All these niggas wanna talk about moving these stacks. I got a bundle over here, come and move them packs. You ain't never seen nothing cause the shit is so drastic. Horror flicks in my hood, we blasting. You niggas talking like you really want passes. You ain't never had no passion of the Christ. Let me know, understand that I'ma really let the desert blow. If you wanna talk beef, nigga, we gon' let it know. You don't want no problems, hollow tips follow. I understand that, them bullets is gon' burn you. You niggas don't wanna be up in that urn, dog. You don't wanna have your moms grieving in songs, dog. You already know what the beef gon' be, dog. Cause I pop out, my niggas know what. Sex, drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. My niggas gotta fight. Tears of sex, the drugs, the money, the murder, drug dealer nightmares. My niggas gotta fight. Tears, yeah. What it is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we did it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that raw and fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never gon' hurt you. Niggas will never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the traps right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back. You ain't never seen none of nigga live like that. I was still getting stacks back. Had to fuck around getting them packs back. Niggas.
Yo, Minnie, salute. What's good, big bro?
What up? What's the word?
Chilling, fam. How you, big bro?
You know, moment by moment, man. I'm at that age, nigga. Moment by moment. Ain't nothing spectacular going on.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yo, Minnie, I was sitting here. I was listening to some classic Money Boys players earlier, bro. I was listening to that Bronx nigga earlier.
Oh yeah, got you. Absolute. That was with my man yesterday. That was produced by Sean Rader. Like, you know, people know me as a producer and they be thinking I do all the joints, but we got Father Time, we got Al G, which is Sal Black, and we got Sean Rader. So it's not all me. And then, yo, the lineup of niggas I got.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Minnie, you went out a little bit, Minnie. I think your mic went out a little bit. Every time we get to do these interviews, man, he always go out, man. Damn, man. Wait for Minnie to pull back up, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Smash that like button. You know, happy birthday to the Machiavelli, the Don, man. Tupac, Amari, Shakur. Oh, damn, he checked off. Hold on. Shit, bro, come back. And shout out to everybody in the chat, though, man. It's gonna be a good live. My big bro coming here, man. We gonna talk about a whole lot. Some real shit, man. And real talk. I'm just waiting for Minnie to pull back up. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I be hating this shit though, man. I be hating this internet shit, man. Yeah, you gonna see who Minnesota is in a minute. Shout out to Soundview. You already know. Shout out to Soundview. Definitely shout out to Soundview. Cozy Corner. Oh shit. Yo, Minnie. Fit. Oh, got you. Yo, Minnie. And wait for his camera to load back up, man. Always happen like this, man. Shout out to Minnesota, man. Man. Stream y'all be acting wicked.
You a fucking bug, man, I swear.
Yo, Minnie.
Yo,
we back, man. Your thing was fucking up, big bro.
Yeah, nah. My shit dipped out, man. It dipped out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what that shit is about, but word. What's going on, Gotti?
I'm chilling, man. Just looking at what's going on, man. You know, with these rappers and how many of them is getting hit with these Ricos, man. It's crazy, many. And like I be telling people like all the time, man, when Jay-Z and Nas said the rap game was like the crack game, nobody was taking heed, man. They was like 20 years too early, Minnie. And now it's really the crack game.
Well, it's not the crack game. It's niggas is stupid behavior. Why the fuck am I gonna go from the street to making it and still engaging in local crime? I'm getting 20,000 a show, 10,000 a show. It's that niggas really be bozos, and niggas want to be street certified so much, and nigga don't understand that he made it. You know how hard it is to look, Gotti. If I gave you a gun and I say, yo, go outside, go hit that nigga. Bomb, bomb, bomb. I hit a shot. You back in the stash crib in 5 minutes, 3 minutes. If I say, yo, Gotti, go outside and get $1 million and come back. Nigga, you might be outside 110 years. You know what I'm saying? One is easy and one is not. So when you make it, I think that niggas associated other people's stories and success and attach themselves, and they think they got to be super hood. But no, nigga, you supposed to be super bougie. The fuck is you still acting hood for, and you making 40, 50,000 a week? That's dumb. Right. That's nigga shit. So right. The niggas that's getting jammed up, it's really because they wasn't bosses. What do I mean by that? I've been around certain rappers that have been famous, and some of them was the Sigma male in the room. You know what I'm saying? They was the alpha or whatever. I don't like those words, but they was the nigga. So they had control of the niggas around them. Now I've been around some other rappers who, nigga, you the little nigga from the block. Yeah, you making money, but you still under my wing. So they can't control the niggas around them. So when you can't control the niggas around you, you jam because everything they do falls on you. It's like when you look at the little boy 6ix9ine who ended up telling, right? Yeah. There's no way on God's green earth I'm gonna go commit a murder, sell a brick of dope, sell a kilo of heroin, sell a brick of cocaine with 6ix9ine. It's no way. Fact. Before he was a rat, they didn't protect the bag. So niggas are getting jammed up because they don't got the basic principles enough to be comfortable with themselves and be cool. I'll shoot a nigga, and I'm not saying that I'm out of the life now, but in my day, I would have shot you with some slacks and some a suit on. So it's not like everybody got a perception of what a gangster is, and gangsters are suffering.
Yeah. Hey, Minnie, I like when I tell people like the gangster, right, Minnie, we had this conversation before, it was two different gangsters. In the 70s and 60s, you had the gentleman gangster, the grown man gangster. And then, like you say, Minnie, in the 80s, you had the young gangsters, which was the young adolescents that came in the game. It was teenagers, and they took over the game in their 20s, and then they got locked up in they early to mid 20s, late 20s. And now it's the same thing repeating itself where it's a lot of dudes that wasn't schooled by the old heads, wasn't trained by the OGs, so they create their own rules. You know what I'm saying, Minnie?
I mean, the streets lost code. As we can see now, the streets lost code because at one time you had to come in under somebody, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's so and so. He under so and so and them." And in my era, when we came out at 13, 1984, when we came out, and crack had just came out, like the beginning of that year, it was B Street. Niggas was trying to go dance. By the end of that year, it was New Jack City. It was paid in full. I'm sorry, not New Jack City. To be exact, it was paid in full. So we were the throwaways. My age, we wasn't the kingpins. We was just some niggas who could come out and make $500 to $1,000 a day selling crack. We wasn't the niggas getting $20,000 a day. So when you look at the Outposts, the Rich Porter, the AZs, those were the guys that, and at that age, I remember going into Harlem, I thought they were the richest niggas in the world, man. It was so influential. Kev Childs, Wise, Billy Guy, AZ, Alpo, Rich. When I would see those guys, you couldn't tell me, Fat Anthony, Big Dave, Nappy Red, you couldn't tell me that this wasn't the thing to be.
Hey, Minnie, you like you said, Minnie, you said this or the panel one time. You said dudes was coming out with the Timberland boots. They was coming. It was the turtle boots, and then they switched it up to the Timberland boots, Minnie.
Nah, it was like this. Turtles, a lot of scramblers or turtles. And scramblers is what a trapper is now, because it was scramblers before it was hustlers. So the scramblers were the turtles, because the turtles had a hidden pocket, and you could take the whole soul off, and they would hold a dope. There was a secret compartment in the bottom of the shoe for the heroin that the cops never knew about. So a nigga stand there and make sales all day. Then you had after that, it was Herman Survivors, which was a beige construction boot. Then it was North Lakes, and then Timberland just came in and took over. But it was always, those were boots for niggas. The beige suede boot, like from the Bronx and Harlem, the beige suede boot, niggas will have their camouflage, because niggas is in the rain, niggas is in the cold, and they stood out there. And this is the heroin era. This is when I'm still like a little boy, because, you know, growing up in Soundview, coming from Cozy Corner, that's what was going on outside. It was just like 116th Street. But Soundview at that time was servicing Westchester County, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. So they were selling on my block. They wasn't selling $2 bags of dope. They were selling quarters and 50s. So it's like a 3 like you buying a 3.5 or 7, niggas were selling 3.5s of dope and 7 grams of dope. So those was the quarters in the 50s. I mean, the quarters in the 50s, yeah.
Hey, Minnie, and like, this is what I always had this conversation, because I always, when I be telling dudes online that's not from from New York, and I said, you know, by like 95, every street dude wanted to get in the music industry, and like they was getting in that industry, and basically, like you said, Minnie, it was no police involvement, and then when you start seeing the police coming in during like Biggie and Pac era, then you start seeing the hip hop police, Minnie. Like, there's a lot of things that people don't understand. They changed the game on as soon as the rap game got influential.
Let me double back a little bit. The first time I ever heard, the first 2 niggas I ever heard curse on the record. Now, mind you, this is like a nigga's like 16, 17 years old. Was Ice-T. He had a record called Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck. And then there was Schoolie D from out of Philadelphia. The PSK were making that dream. He had another record called Looking at My Gucci. It's about that time. I heard yo was out there, and if I catch your boy, your ass is mine. So he cursed on the record a few times. So back then that was amazing to us, because there was only one other dude cursing on records, and his name was Blowfly. And Blowfly was cursing since the 60s or the 70s on record, but that was like for older people at that time. So I'm gonna tell you what made rap official in New York, and for me, At the time, I had a crack block somewhere in New York City, and I'm getting to it 'cause I'm a little older now. I'm 19 years old, and fucking 18 years old, and they came out with a tape called Mob Style. So Mob Style to us was paid in full because it was AZ that worked in the cleaners, or AZ Faison. Of course, Rich Porter and Alpo wasn't rhyming, but when AZ made the move to do that, what it said to everybody younger was, it's okay to rap. So if it wasn't for them niggas, Tone Capone, Whip Wop, and them putting out the Mob Style tape, niggas wasn't thinking about rapping. Niggas was thinking about selling blow. Niggas was thinking about getting to it. So they made it cool because the whole time in the 80s, it was like rappers was nobody, bro. Yeah. No disrespect. If you was in the street, yeah, that's Biz Markie there. Yo, Biz, what up? That's LL right there. Yo, that's Kane. But it wasn't like, oh shit, the nigga Kane bust out with the new Maxima. Oh shit, LL's driving the new drop. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. So the hustlers, the street, the happily unemployed, the tax-free niggas, they was the niggas who moved culture forward. And I say to this day, we still wearing Rich Porter hand-me-downs.
Facts. Because the white tees. The white tee,
the Sergio Tacchini suits, because I ain't gonna front, as a 13, 14-year-old, I liked his style, man. You know, the cars, the music, the ST suits. First person I ever saw with one made me go get one at 14, 15 years old. So them niggas, like I know, whatever, Alpo niggas don't like them or whatever, but they moved culture forward. So that Kev Chow with the Louis Vuitton bomber, it was just a thing where it was like, you know, whoever you was and the smarter you got, you could go out there and bump into 20, 30,000. It was just, it was unfair really, because what'll happen if you give a 5-year-old a loaded handgun?
He gonna play with it and somebody gonna get hurt.
Somebody gonna get hurt. He gonna hurt himself. He gonna hurt somebody else. So that's what the crack era was, because like I told you, we was on Beat Street, bro. And then the next thing you know, I always say this. I remember my homies from Soundview, my friends from Soundview, they was buying Roof of the World jackets for the cold, clout leathers. It was on. It was on. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yo, and then, you know, if you come up to today, I got this saying when I see niggas do stupid shit, I say crack got grandchildren.
Facts.
Because if we lost codes, all the elders from Soundview went to Washington, D.C. Like crack came out in 84, in the corner I was from, it got hot like 82, 83. Everybody went to prison. And everybody, all the dope boys from, all the dope men from my neighborhood went to Washington, D.C. So that's before all the Rayful Edmonds, Poe shit, because that story transpires from like 88 to 92. So I'm talking about before that, the dope dealers in my neighborhood, they went to Washington, D.C., a lot of them, from Cozy Corner.
Hey, Minnie, let me ask you, right? Because, like, talking about, like, going to D.C., like, a lot of dudes from the Bronx and Harlem, they either went to D.C. or they went to Maryland. And it's a lot of, like, it was a lot of money for a lot of dudes uptown going out there, you know, and it got crazy too. It got, like you said, Biddy, it got crazy too, because DC was no joke around that time. That was like they was neck and neck with New York when it came to homicides, man.
Well, DC, the thing with DC was they had something called working halves. The working halves was 50 crack. and they 50 cracks was just a little. They would have been like a 20 in New York. So New Yorkers was coming out there banking up, and then the projects that we went to in '88 was called Mayfair, and I think it's in Southeast Mayfair Projects. It was a big project. You walk into it, and it was like a big field. Like imagine like a big oval football field, right? And fresh as a daisy.
Hey, yo, Minnie, your mic, big bro. Your mic was going in and out, Minnie. I think he froze. Yo, smash that like button, man. We got 37 people in here. Smash that like button. Salute to everybody that's pulling up. Shout out to my big bro, Minnesota, for coming. You know, this is gonna be a good conversation, man. Hold on. Minnie back up. Alright. Yeah, that thing be fucking up that YouTube shit, man. Smash that like button, y'all. Oh yeah, yo, Minnie, I got you now, Minnie. You back up here now.
I'll go out and come right back in. But yeah, I'm an Android nigga too, by the way. I don't really give a fuck about
me too, Minnie. Me too, Minnie. So
I'm on 5G, so I don't know why this shit doing that shit. But make a long story shorter. So DC was like anywhere you went in DC. I mean, we took about 15,000. So it was just, you could take, and New Yorkers are invaders. We went everywhere. We went to Springfield, Massachusetts. We went to, and I never was up there, but all the niggas from my block went to Kingston, New York. Like New Yorkers, every different project had like Lambert niggas, went to Baltimore, like every different area. You knew like, oh yeah, they getting it over here, or they out in Ohio, or they out in South Carolina. So everybody was going different places, you know?
Yeah, no, that's true. Hey, yo, Minnie, like when you just said about the hip hop conversation, right, Minnie? Like back in that era, like that late '80s going into the '90s, you know, Mob Style was ahead of his time, and it was like Mob Style, G-Rap, and you know other dudes that was spitting that reality rap. But like that whole time, like when it came to New York hip hop, it was all native tongues, PE, and all of that. And then around like 92,
you bunching you bunching the time frame because G-Rap laid down Road to the Riches. I want to say like 88, 89. But before then, like, and maybe AZ heard Road to the Riches, and probably maybe that inspired him to do music. Because you got to remember, at that time, homie had got shot up. That was the biggest shit in the city. It was all over the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? To their disadvantage, I think street niggas didn't know that they were stars back then. Because the thing that made them major was niggas was really children, bro.
Facts.
Like this
Facts.
is lit.
Facts.
Like niggas didn't live back then. Niggas wasn't living to 24 and all that.
Yeah.
Niggas was getting taken up off of this shit.
Yeah.
So I think maybe G-Rap might have inspired, and I'm not sure. I don't know. But that's how it went back then. But thank goodness that AZ made that decision, because when that mob style tape came out, I made my decision. Like, oh shit. It was like when they did it, when Gangsta Lou and them did that shit, it was like, oh shit, it's okay to rap now. Because New York wasn't rapping. We was going in your town and trying to take over.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Hey, yo, Minnie, let me ask you, right? You feel like, because I hear a lot of people say this, like the West Coast, like hip hop, had like a negative effect on the culture because ever since like when the NWAs came out and all that, it's like the effect that they gave that everybody had to come harder and had to be more real with their shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though you had, like you said, you had Mob Style, you had G-Rap, you know, you had KRS-One that gave you Criminal Minded, but it's like the way they pushed the envelope when it came to like gangster rap because they brought the gang shit and the other shit into it. You agree with that, Minnie?
No. First of all, the gangs come out of New York City.
True. True.
I mean, but you know, I can't say that shit out of New York City, and because it just wasn't our thing. That wasn't New York. That was some LA shit. But where they first got us, they got us with a movie called Colors. It was 2 movies. Because, you know, TV getting niggas' heads. It was Colors. And it was another movie. I can't remember. And then...
Boys in the Hood? Boys in the Hood?
Yeah. Now, the program for the gun was Juice. Showing little niggas running around with hammers. And they used the perfect person because you get a fair one until like 93, the fair one died, and it just become a bunch of, you know, you had a lot of niggas became shooters in 9-3.
Yeah. Hey, yo, you know something though, Minnie, like I had that conversation. I said like Juice was really like when the West Coast could say Colors and Boys in the Hood, but for like dudes in New York, Juice was like that movie that really inspired, like you said, the shooters, the young shooters, you know, the dudes that wanted to be like the Bishops that was walking around with the 40 belows and the 38 snubs. Like he inspired, that movie inspired a lot of dudes to move like that. You know what I'm saying? That just was hot heads.
It fucked us up though. There's, you know, first I would like to say to anybody listening, there's no equity in unless you the funeral parlor or the hospital or the insurance company. There's no equity in killing each other. We killing our cousins, first of all. All of us is related somewhere down the line, North Carolina, South Carolina. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Beefing with your own kind is just, it shows that you an idiot. That's, you know, like I say, like I'm raising my son to not kill yours.
Correct.
If he has to, I tell him take off. But I tell him if you have to defend yourself, do it. But if you can get away from it and get away from the situation, get the fuck away from that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So you know, and then now with the absence of fathers, like fathers is making a little return now, but it's really out of control because men are being raised by women. There's no men around to punch them in their stomach.
Yeah.
It's no nigga around to kick you in your ass when you 9, 10 years old. I caved this nigga chest in some nights. Nah, he getting there. He's getting there. But you know, as a man, I'm teaching him to think not with your emotions and use your mind. Because we have a slur of men that are emotional, and niggas is out here in the street dying over nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't tell you not to kill a nigga, but look, right? Niggas won't fight to go to a place where they're gonna have to fight for 25 years. Does that make sense, Scotty?
Nah, I don't.
Does that
It
make
really
any
don't.
sense?
Nah, I don't. It don't make
A
sense, man.
nigga punched you in your face. Oh, you go running, you go get the hammer. You come back, you pop a nigga up. Nigga punched your man in the face. He run back, this bitch ass nigga like, yo, I got jumped. You'll go back, you'll lay a nigga down. You do the bid. The nigga you murdered a nigga for, he's never sending you commissary. You might get a visit.
Mm-hmm.
And yo, you know what? In my life, this is only one of the things that I'm guilty of coming up. One of my best friends, he caught the 25. And when he was in jail, he called me from jail. We had an argument on the phone. And that's one thing that bothers me. Like, I got to see him and we got to kick it. And I know we spoke one time and he's over it and he's living his life now. But he did the whole quarter, bro.
Yeah. Yo, Minnie, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting your train of thought, Minnie, because I'm glad you said this. And I know you against the murder game. I know you against that. But, like, yo, Minnie, I'm not going to lie. Your mans was laying it down, son. Your mans was laying it down out there.
So let me say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew B.O. through showbiz, and what I have to say about that is Pete's run was from 13 years old to 19 years old. So it's the same thing as what people are doing now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I mean, look, right? I always was the voice of reason with Pete, me and my man Kwame. It was a few of us, right? And he was a little boy. But if you're a little, it's like the niggas out here right now. It's the same shit.
Same
They're
shit.
babies. The only difference was homie is protecting his business. It's money involved with the movement. So I mean, if you know, as you get older, you'll hear older people say, I wish I knew back then what I knew now.
Fact.
You think how many 40-year-old, 30-year-old, 50-year-old men is running around homicides under the belt? None. They don't want to smoke. It don't make sense. Fact. So, you know, I always say crackers take advantage of your youth. They take advantage of your youth because what the fuck do you know? If I'm coming outside in the environment, I'm coming outside to play, and I'm 14 years old. That's the new manhunt. That's the new tag. Gunplay. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what do niggas know? Niggas ain't really, and when you young, you don't feel like you could get touched, bro. That's another thing. And if you live long enough and you look back at those pictures, you're gonna be like, damn, I was a baby.
Yeah.
Niggas is wearing size 26 denims.
Yeah. That's true. Hey, yo, Minnie, you know, I wanted to say this, right, Minnie? I wanted to tell you this. Like, I remember I was in a room with Hocus, and I said this. I said, yo, when Lord Tariq and Peter Gunn's album came out, the NYPD came and they basically put that poster on the building during the time they were celebrating the album. And I felt like the NYPD, and this is the early hip hop cops, was like blackballing dudes. And like until later on, they started doing the same thing.
You know, Pete and Tariq was the first ones to ever go through that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and it fucked them up. Mm-hmm. And at that time, you know, the industry just got scared again because executives are, you know, going through the process now of like what happened with Shaka Zulu. And Shaka Zulu is my man, but, you know, when you get a guy like Shaka Zulu having to defend himself and kill somebody, that's like Chris Lighty shooting a nigga. That's like Steve South shooting a nigga. That's a no-go. It's too close now.
Yeah.
So they getting ready to shut that shit down because it's not. It's the reality is they want it because if you can control the airwaves, You can control the behavior. Today and tomorrow, if mad young rappers came out and they was on some De La Soul shit, everybody would be on some De La Soul shit in the street.
Hell yeah.
Because the music, there's no protection from music. It goes straight into your soul and it creates a way of thinking.
That's a fact.
Or a way of dressing, or a way of eating your food, or a way of being. So if every second record that comes out is saying blow a nigga's head off, what's a nigga 14 gonna do?
Blow a nigga head off.
Blow a nigga's head off. So, and we know who controls that. Homeboy mentioned that on Drink Champs and got in trouble, and that's all I'm gonna say. You know, go ahead, man.
No, you right. You absolutely right, Minnie, because like when I see how the game is and just looking at it, like I was listening to the Breakfast Club, I saw a video, somebody sent it, and they said that no rappers in 2023 don't got no #1 albums. And I said to myself, I said, this shit is over with. This shit is over with, Minnie. It's like it's over with because it's no creativity. Like you said, Minnie, everybody sounding the same to blow a nigga head off. If rappers started saying, like you said, get on some De La Soul shit, Most Def, Common Sense, you start seeing a different frequency in the neighborhood. You start seeing dudes ain't gonna have to pick up the guns no more. They gonna start building and start having conversations.
You know, with the phenomenon of the internet is, the niggas that run the world is stupid, first of all. You know what I'm saying? I've also been a nigga that's been a ticket scalper. So I've had to use my dialect versus their dialect. These niggas ain't smart. We think they smart because they wear suits and they own the building and they riding in luxury limousines and they eating caviar. Them people is dumb. Like, look at what they just did to the world. How stupid are you to do it the way you did it? It's going to backfire on them at some point. And I'm gonna be glad when they dragging Mr. Gates through the street, tied to the back of a car. Yeah. Because I done lost mad family members behind his poison. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, them people ain't smarter than us, and they don't outnumber us. I like to say, I want to be the first one to say it before everybody say it. The problem with us as African Americans is we the dumbest niggas in captivity.
Facts. I agree.
The people, we don't gotta listen to these niggas' laws. We don't gotta do shit.
Nope.
The people that's doing this to us, we probably outnumber them 10,000 to 1. We were never the minority. See, when a nigga gives you your information, they can control you. We was never the minority, my nigga.
Fact.
That's not even counting our Puerto Ricans, our Dominicans, our Jamaicans, our Caribbean people, our Africans. Yeah. The indigenous, foundational, so-called African Americans, we outnumber everybody, bro.
That's a fact. So that's a fact,
how is it that in Rikers Island right now, how many inmates is in there?
It's at least 20,000. I think 20,000 inmates in there.
So 20,000. Them niggas, if they were smart, they could walk out of there right now.
They can. They
suck my dick.
Yeah. But the guards could lead, and the guards could lead a post and walk up out of there too and take their motherfucking shit off. Cause at the end of the day, you don't gotta be these motherfuckers police. You don't gotta be these motherfuckers COs.
There's a level. There's a level of stupidity within our people because we were taught by our opposition. So why would the opposition let you know? Like when slavery ended, it didn't end because Lincoln felt something. It ended because the fucking slaves started killing up all the plantations.
Facts. And they was losing money. And I told them they was
money, and they was losing money. And too many white folks was getting knocked off.
Facts. That's the real truth, Minnie. That's the real truth that they don't want to say. They want to keep saying, oh, because of Lincoln. Nah, that's bullshit. It's because they was losing money and they was getting knocked off. And they was like, you know what? We can't control these niggas. Let's give these niggas their freedom. But we still going to keep them enslaved because we going to put this 13th Amendment in here and we going to incarcerate them. So we still going to get them to slavery, But we not gonna give them the slavery that they was used to, where they're getting beat and they working in the field. We gonna give them the slavery by putting them in these cells.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, I got a lot of thesis and theories to, there's so many different things that could work in us as a people. Like, I got this saying, I say, black unity is a joke, but black greed is a reality. And if you know what black greed is?
Yeah, black greed. Yeah, black greed is when you greedy to the point that you don't know that you greedy, where you don't want to stop.
Nah. You ever see? You see how niggas get indicted and they end up telling on each other? But while
yeah.
While they was in the street, they kept it to the point where the bad thing happened. So what black greed is, I see niggas exercise unity for finance all day. So if you knew that, I'm not going to spending no money in Macy's. I'm going to So-So's boutique. I'm going here. I'm going there. Oh, it's a black nigga selling cars. I'm getting my Bentley from him. Oh, it's a black real estate person. I'm going to them. Practicing black greed means if I'm fucking with you, I'm enhancing my community. If today all of us just said, I might want to go get these $300 jeans, but I'm going to buy this from a dealer who looks like me.
Facts.
So what happens is all these other venues, after 9 months of a year of us practicing, I'm going to get my chopped chicken with cheese from Black Bodega. I'm not going to get it from all these other people. If we started moving in that accord, everybody falls and we finally rise. So that's black greed. So, and look, here's the hard part. Supporting black businesses is crazy because the service sucks. But I'm programmed. I'm going to go in the Jamaican restaurant and watch this bitch or this nigga suck his teeth all day. And I'm going to go back even if I have an argument with him. And I'm going to spend my money with him because me and my life, I'm not going to support the enemy and then complain about him.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I go in the stinky African markets to get my food. And the fucking stores stink. Y'all niggas from Nigeria, get it together with them funky smelling stores. I'm just saying, I'm gonna support. I'm not arguing with another black man about nothing. I'll leave before I go through all that with you. That's how I look at it in my mind. I'm not gonna confront my own. And if I gotta bring a gun to the club, I'm not going.
Facts. I feel the same way.
I'm going to be at the bug free because see what happens in our communities is a thing called social suicide. 2 for the price of 1. This nigga don't got nothing going on for himself. He really don't like, when you see a nigga that's always in beef, he really doesn't like life. He's scared to commit suicide. So I'm gonna go fuck with you so you could kill me. So it's like a 2 for the price of 1. So these niggas are jumping your way. Yo, man, I need some work. I can finish the work. Nigga, you ain't moving no fucking work. Get out of here. So you got mad people in our communities that commit social suicide. So motherfucker will jump in your way and say, yo, let me take Bulletz watch or let me go rob this nigga, knowing that he gonna come back and kill you.
Yep.
He don't want to be here.
That's facts. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Niggas growing up in Sound, you know how many niggas I see be like, yo, what's up, Mo? Yeah, I'm just trying to stay out the way, but you active. You active. You're not trying to stay out the way. You trying to get late. You trying to go to the funeral parlor.
Yeah.
You trying to go to the mall. Everything you do say go to the mall, with your mouth say you're trying to stay out the way. You can't take this shit. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting, you don't got no spiritual principles. You don't got no religion. You trying to get up off of here. Some niggas is trying to eat their way up off the planet. Eating McDonald's and, I mean, yo, look, right? And everybody's allowed to do what they want. I believe that too. But at the same time, like as a people, if it shows how low the African American intelligence is that we can't get along.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. It's even in the conscious community, because I'm a nigga that fucks with conscious community, and it's a lot of frauds in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's all about are you exercising intelligence? If you are a young man in the sound of my voice, go speak to the elder statesmen, not the OGs. Start talking to the bums, the crazy people. They got something to give you. But this nigga, the big homie, stay away from the big homie.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, Minnie. That's true. Hey, yo, Minnie, let me ask you, how you feel about the AI? Like, I know, like right now they trying to do everything with AI. They trying to control your phones with AI. You got the production, like the producers, like a lot of producers is calling it out, like they trying to stop their bag by doing the AI. So everything right now is like AI
right?
this, AI that.
So look, right? First and foremost, I want you to grasp the concept that AI is cap.
Mm-hmm.
How many years, approximately, have our phones been listening to us?
Since I would say 20-some years. 20-some years.
So if niggas got phones in Brazil, Africa, China, America, Dominican Republic, the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, and these phones have been collecting data from everybody, it's not that AI is the smartest thing in the world. It's smarter than us dumb fucking humans. So nobody notices it. The police is dumb. The feds are dumb. Niggas is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Street are dumb. Scientists. Why would you create something that's replacing you? We're seeing machines take jobs. So how long is it before you think they're gonna take your job? They got police dogs. In every movie you see about the future, what happened with machines and humans?
They take over. Minority Report, Demolition Man. The robots take over. They take over the world. They take over the universe.
So guess who's? So look, right? The dominant society. I don't got to say their name. We know who they are. The dominant society is short-staffed. Anytime you got to put a president in like Biden who's tripping and walking past the podium, and you got to put a bitch in like Kamala, that means you're short-staffed. Nobody wanted to take the position. So what does that tell you about we really being tricked by the magician's hand? The hand is quicker than the eye. We outnumber the niggas. We something on us.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Police can't be on every block. So look, right? Would you say that a lot of police come from the suburbs to work in urban areas?
Yeah. You got a few that come from the hood, but the majority they come from the suburbs.
So look, right? So say there's 1,500 private houses in a 1 mile area. Say there's 1,500 private houses, right? And in total, in each house, what's the family size of those houses, you think? One
I would
person,
say
2 people, 3, 4.
4, maybe 4.
So maybe 4 times. So 15 times 4 is what?
15 times 4 is
60.
60, yeah.
60. So
60, yeah.
So that means in the 1,500 houses, you probably got 6,000 people live in that region, that area, right? So these niggas coming to work in our communities. What borough you from, Gotti?
Oh, Brooklyn.
You from Brooklyn? Okay, let's take It's a Brevoort. How many people live in them 3 buildings?
10,000 people. 10,000
Right.
people.
3 buildings. 2 blocks in Bed-Stuy. How many people live on a 2-block radius in Bed-Stuy?
Least I would say like like 1,000 people on 1 block. Yeah.
Who outnumber who?
We do. Majority us, because we the people that's the predominantly the people that's in the community.
So that goes to show we're dumb. Because how is it that 10 organized niggas is controlling 300 unorganized niggas? People fear.
That's true.
The subconscious fears organization. You don't want to go up against organization because you know that them 10 bad motherfuckers could tear your life up because they stick together.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So their impression that they left on us is that they're still the slave master when they're really the magician, because they don't really have no power. The power.
No, they don't. Hey, yo,
right now, every black man could just walk out the federal penitentiary. Right now, everybody on Rikers Island could walk the fuck out.
Facts. That is a fact, Minnie. Like that's why I say like people don't know their laws, man, because the police is not to protect and serve or police the people. The police is there to protect the property and the people that, like you say, that own property, that own businesses. They not there to do none of that what people think they there for. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's why, like right now, many people is taking the law in their own hands, because that's what it's going to boil down to. The people taking the law in their own hands in a minute.
Well, you know what it is? They're breaking society down. You know, and this is how dumb we are, right? Nigga, the skies was rust. The skies was burnt orange a week and a half ago. And
facts.
You know, fires, when you have forest fires turn the sky dark, like a grayish black from the soot, the smoke, the ash, not orange. Them niggas hit us with ammonium nitrate. And this is to cause respiratory lungs. And then here's the other thing. While that was going on, because you know I'm big in the conspiracy thought world, so I got everybody should download an app on your phone called ElectroSmart, right? The legal levels nationwide or worldwide is that you're not to put radiation higher than 6.6. When they did that shit to us, radiation was at 8.1. So here's the thing. How does radiation kill a human being? It kills your white blood cells and it sucks the oxygen out of your body. This is why when the thing first started, they was like all elderly people, or if you have underlying first. It's all cap, bro. Everything is cap with these people. So
hey, yo, Minnie, when I saw the sky, Minnie, it was like looking like that movie Apocalypse Now out there. It looked like Agent Orange out there. Looked like they hit us with some shit that they hit the Vietnamese people with. When you look outside.
How about Total Recall?
Total Recall. It was looking like Total Recall out there.
A dude I went to high school with, you know, he's the owner of Fed Magazine now. I remember when we was in high school, and this is during the height of the crack era, he was like, damn, what can we invest in legitimately? And I said, yo, it'd be dope if we could get a water company. He said, Mark, shut the fuck up. Why would people pay for something that comes right out of the tap? And it didn't shut my mind state down on it, but I'm a nigga that thinks ahead. So I told him recently, he apologized to me about 2 years ago. He was like, yo, man, you be knowing some shit, man. He said, if we was to, you know, he said, what would be the next investment? I said, air. He said, oh, man, here you go again. But I laughed this time, and I didn't let him deter me. Because sometimes with this shit, when you think ahead, you'll be thinking you out of your fucking mind. But that ammonium nitrate that they sprayed on us, that shit is really like air companies is gonna be big because CBS News, you can look it up, said the smoke will be returning.
Yep, they did say that. They did. They said that, Minnie.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit crazy.
So yeah, and I live on a high floor, so now during the day, ever since that day, all the chemtrails are low now. I don't know how they doing it, but I can see like it's not like clear low anymore. Like the chemtrails was high up, now them shits is on the floor. So they trying to they doing it like the old school raid commercials. The parallels between niggas and roaches is the parallels between niggas and roaches is just about the same.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Minnie. I agree, man. It's like at the end of the day, man, they know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like people still sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Like Dick Gregory said it on the Breakfast Club one time. He said, "Yo, y'all not woke. Y'all still sleepwalking." You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. They still sleepwalking, Minnie. That's what we doing. They sleepwalking.
You got mad agents in the conscious community now because you got niggas that's placed there and they get money from people like what the nigga Umar says, right? For one, but nigga, where the school at?
Facts. Where the school at? Where the school at, Minnie? You ain't lying.
And it's not, and I'm not gonna just badger him right away, but it's just like, all right, you've been talking about the school for years, and I know you got some heavy donations. So the school could be something that could house 20 students. You don't got to be you know what I'm saying? And then you got other names who are out here who have been accused of taking 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 from people. And that's because, you know, the conscious community, people that are conscious, they want to support their own people. So they the easiest targets. So they just send the niggas in there to jerk your pocket. And then you got some real good brothers out here, like my man Hulk, and you. That's another story. I want you, Haas, and Hulk to squash your shit. That'll come. We'll negate that. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got certain people that's just really like the real good people aren't getting the solution funds. But people like I want to support somebody that's doing some good shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So at the end of the day, you know, it's just like there's a book, and I know niggas don't read no more, but the book costs $4,400. It's called the Tavistock Institute for Human Relations. That's the Tavistock Institute for Human Relations. And you could go punch that in on YouTube, and they got the whole book. 5 hours. The first 30, 45 minutes is boring as hell, but it's worth listening to so you can get an understanding of what they do. You know they paid to provide us with our from birth. Nothing we think about is real right now, or nothing that we think about is our own thoughts. Because from birth, niggas gave you your God, they gave you your spirituality, they gave you your they gave you your clothing. They not.
No, that's
they really
a fact.
not. No,
that's a fact, Minnie.
So you know they not playing with us. So like all that shit about you got an op, you got an op, but it ain't the nigga from 4 blocks away that you got your handgun for. That shit is, and really, bro, I'm gonna say it again. It's bozo shit because there's no equity in killing black men. There's no equity in killing Latin men. If you are the funeral parlor, I get it. If you are the morgue, I get it. If you are the insurance company, I get it. If you're the beneficiary after a motherfucker dies, I get it. But nigga to nigga, shooting another black man is bum shit. Fuck, I look like going back to my project to kill a nigga who's sleeping on his girl's futon. I'm gonna say it again. The fuck I look like going back to my old neighborhood to kill a nigga who's sleeping on his girl's futon. This bitch don't even want to give him no pussy. This nigga don't got enough money in his pocket for a pizza. This is who you murdering? You murdering GoFundMe babies? Niggas out here murdering GoFundMe babies. Like, come on. It's really like we got tricked into some goofy shit. Black love is amazing. Shaking hands, love. Yo, we doing the cookout, what we doing? We trying to figure our way. Let's go skating. Let's go chill with some beautiful women on the beach. What the fuck are we doing? They made some real downtrodden bozo shit turn out to be like the great lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's really terrible. And they getting ready to kill fiat. So now if you a nigga that been selling drugs for 10 years and you are a nigga that's getting some money and you say you got say you've been getting 20,000 a week, 40,000 a week. Say you got your thing going, it's nice and quiet, you get into it, and then all of a sudden, bang, they shut down fiat. That means your money turns to toilet paper. Look at Venezuela. The cash in Venezuela, they making fucking posters out of that shit now. It's what it was, nigga. That shit ain't real no more. That shit is garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, bro, if you can't get your mind back, if you can't get your mind back from the cracker, if you can't get your mind back from the Arabs, the Arab book, you can't get your mind back from the Christian book. If you can't talk to God direct from your head, don't give me no book, nigga. Don't give me no book about nothing. Let me see what God got to say to me direct. Let me close my eyes and meditate. Take it from a nigga who died and came back. I was in a coma, all that. I know what God is, and it ain't no fucking book. It ain't no statue. It ain't no picture of a nigga. We got to get our minds back, nigga, because we doing bad, my nigga. You know, when I went down south for my grandfather's funeral, and I met all these different people that I could see my DNA in their body and their face, their eyes, their nose, their hair. And I'm like, damn, I could have killed one of these niggas while I was out here hustling. We all related, bro. None of this shit we doing makes sense.
Yeah.
None of it. I'm drilling who? Look at the niggas that died. Look at the niggas that niggas look up to that's in jail for being top shotters or whatever. These niggas, they don't got nothing.
Hey, you know something, Minnie? I'm gonna keep it real, right? When I look at what's going on right now, it's like this is COINTELPRO 4.0. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. COINTELPRO 4.0 or 4.0. You know, the East and West beef. Like we reflecting on that now. You know, the day, you know, it's Tupac's birthday, but look at the East and West beef. That was COINTELPRO. A lot of this shit be COINTELPRO, Minnie.
So look, right? Now, I want to tell you something now. You got digital COINTELPRO.
Facts.
Because you got niggas, and this is why I say, why you have a profile, you got a platform where people are listening. Say, well, how many people is here now?
Oh, we got 38 people.
Look, so what I'm saying to you is this, right? 38 minds are gonna come in contact possibly with some information that they didn't know. So if I could liberate one nigga's mind, I did my job.
Fact.
One.
Fact.
So what I'm saying to you is when you say digital COINTELPRO, right? My man Hocus has been under many attacks. The nigga shot remember the nigga shot the niggas on the train and he said, yo, I be listening to Hassan Campbell and Hocus down the rabbit hole.
Oh, the one that said my name. Yeah, the one that said my name and Hassan and Hocus' name. Yeah.
Right. That guy, what do you think that nigga is?
COINTELPRO, straight up agent. He's straight up agent. He was paid to do that.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it just be shit like we got to get our thinkers back and take it back from them because they got it. If I'm gonna go drill a nigga, that means they took my mind away for some shit that, you know, when problems start in the hood, no one gets to sit down. Like men are like women now. So there's no meeting up and talking. It always got to turn to a body, my nigga. A homicide. Like there's no place for us to meet and talk and say, yo, all right, my nigga, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Y'all don't shoot at us no more. We ain't gonna shoot at y'all. All right, my nigga, 2 of yours is dead, 2 of ours is dead. Y'all stay over there, we stay over here, but we gonna cut it out before the feds come.
That's a fact.
There's no men don't talk no more. They just react. They take off. And that's not even manly. Because now you killing a nigga, you can't fight, but you killing a nigga to go to a place where you're gonna have to fight for 25 years. And then you're gonna be in there with a bunch of balls, no homo, you're gonna be in there with a bunch of balls like, damn, I could have worked this out better.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, many like when I really look at everything and you really see it, like the men is more feminine and the woman is more masculine. You know, the woman is basically, you know, taking over everything, and the man is just out here being emotional and thinking they're rational about shit.
So, damn, that's a multifaceted thing. I wanna address that. Remind me to come back to the chemicals that they're putting in the food that's causing all of that. Because there's a weaponized thing that we think is good for us. And vegans have the highest cancer rates, and that's because they eat soy. Soy is like eating cancer. So they just put soy in tuna fish. Why did you put soy in tuna fish 8 months ago?
Because they know people like tuna fish.
So yeah, and that soy is really bringing about soy boys too. Because I always say nobody is gay. People are chemically homosexual. They're not homosexuals. So if you giving a baby, you got your baby drinking milk out of a warm milk out of a soy bottle, which is the plastic, is BPA. BPA is in the BPA. BPA is bisphenol A, and BPA is synthetic estrogen.
Yep.
So, you know, people don't know what is what makes you mad. Your hormones is what makes you beat your chest. Your hormones is what makes you want to fuck. Your hormones is what makes you want to smack the shit out of a nigga. Hormones create all your moods. So if I'm eating something every day and I'm taking in female estrogen, I'm going to be more of a bitch ass nigga. And then TV is making you a bitch ass nigga because now y'all want to show us 30 niggas kissing. Niggas don't want to see that shit. I already told my son, nah, my nigga, it's only a man and a woman. All that other shit is made up stuff. So everybody got to tell that to their little cousins. You got to tell them, your little net. They want to turn you this way because they're getting ready to wage war on us. And if they could turn the majority, once they know a certain percentage is bitch ass niggas, they coming. Because it ain't no men no more. Niggas don't even think like men.
Nope.
Niggas are dangerous, but niggas are so stupid, they don't know how to organize the plot no more.
Nope.
And they wanted us here. They wanted it to be a bunch of chemically induced pussy ass men. Because if you can't talk your problems out with another man, yo, bro, all right, yeah, all right, you right, yo, I was wrong. You can't apologize. You are emulating the characters of the bitch. Women are emotional. Men are logic. Where's the logic? Oh, word, that nigga did that? Come on, let's go get the hammer. We going down there. So that's like saying, when I hear the rap records now, it's like every rap record is saying, come on, my nigga, let's go get this 25. Let's go get this quarter. Let's go get indicted. It's bozo shit. It's not fly because the reality is when you get in there, The fuck, nigga? I heard they stopped conjugal visits because they probably want niggas fucking each other in there.
True.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just a trick. You know, now you got to ask the question, why the robot dogs? Why are they coming at it? Why specifically we ain't did nothing to nobody? They pulling us over in cars. They shooting us. Why us?
Mm-hmm.
Why everybody, fuck the Morenos. Oh, fuck the niggas. Why everybody hate black people? What the fuck did we do that was so special that everybody hate us?
Yo, you know something, Minnie? What I start to really notice, and I started seeing this, is that the hate is because they know we the true people. But not only that though, Minnie, what I've been noticing is that a lot of these murders is not happening by accident. It's happening for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's happening because they trying to get the organs. It's happening because these people want our melanin. It's happening because they want our eyes and all type of shit. Where basically they killing little babies. They out here sacrificing and killing little babies.
So look, right? Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard anything about before about human? I think it's MRC5 or MRC5 or MCR5, which is human DNA inside of all the fast food meat.
Yeah.
So, do you know what that's about?
Yeah. Basically, what I heard is that basically the meat, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the meat that we buying be human beings.
Okay, so it's safe to say that there's more people who are not into protecting themselves and eating anything, right? So on an atomic level, on a molecular level, you got people that basically have cannibalism running through their blood now because they're eating human DNA, right?
Yep.
What happens if there's a food shortage?
People gonna start eating each other straight like that, because
we're being attacked on a biological, an atomic level, and a cellular level. So the dominant society is short-staffed. Mm-hmm. So they put in, it's like they cross the T's and they dot their I's. But once they came back from Davos a few months ago and they blew up the train in Ohio, I said, okay, it's on now. First they blew up the Georgia Guidestones. We put y'all on notice with that. We took down the Peytons in the Denver airport. So they ready. They ready now. And
they ready.
Your real op is the invisible man, the boogeyman. But you can fight him by holding the line.
Yep.
How many ask them niggas live watching this now, how many of y'all niggas got 3 months of food? Like, so far as storage food, like cans of beans, rice. What y'all got? What y'all got? Guns, right? Who you think you're gonna be using the guns on? You're gonna shoot your aunt in the head and eat her, put some barbecue sauce on her.
Yo, Minnie, but you know, Minnie, like a lot of the shit that's going on, like that's why, like, I love watching the Book of Eli, because that movie right there with Denzel was basically showing you what's gonna really pop off, because that's what's really gonna pop off.
So hold on, look, okay, I forgot something, right? You see the movie The Book of Eli, and you see all the holes in the highway?
Yeah.
That's the Teslas.
Yep.
All of the Teslas. See, the thing that we don't know is if these niggas send out frequency, this smartphone I'm on can blow up in my face right now. Your smart oven, your smart TV. So, like, knowing the way that these people think and knowing that frequency can hit a smart device and make it explode, oh, baby, we lined up for it. We set for it.
Yep.
The bigger your flat screen, the bigger the explosion. So, okay, so when they told us to stay in the house, it was going to be so dangerous. What were they outside doing?
They was out there filling up the air with more toxics and putting more chemicals and putting more radiation in that earth.
They was installing towers.
Yep, the 5Gs, They about to put the 6G towers. That's what they doing. They
No,
installing
that
more.
whatever's in there, whatever's in there is already at a certain level. That shit is weaponized already. So check peep game, right? So for everybody that did do that dumb shit to themselves in 2020, I'm gonna give you some remedy and recourse because I don't want to say nothing, crazy, but I'm gonna say something crazy. So the cure for the Yamin, the Pokemon, is orange peels, organic orange peels. You go get you some organic oranges. You got to travel for them because you're not gonna find them in ShopRite. And you take those orange peels, and I can show you because I got mines here. You take those orange peels and you put them in your crusher. You turn them into powder. You put it on your food. You put it in your water, and the vitamin C neutralizes the graphene oxide because the graphene oxide was in the Yamin. You know what I'm saying? So that and now they got a documentary on rumble.com called Died Suddenly. And that's what's growing inside of people. So so check it out. Gotti, do you think a zombie apocalypse is real?
Yeah, it is. It's gonna happen. I see it coming. I see it coming. As soon as they start tricking it off, and these people through their phones and their TV, you're gonna start seeing a lot of zombies. You seeing it slowly but surely. You gonna start seeing more of them.
I just don't like that the zombies can run fast because I can't run at all.
Yeah. It's
The
like,
new zombies, I'm looking like, damn, I like the slow ones. I got a chance with them. Them niggas that run all fast and all that, they got me because I got my injury now. I'm limping and all that fly shit. But so look, right? You remember the nigga from the World Economic Forum, the bald-headed freak? He was like, he was hijackable.
Yeah.
So they give you the Yamin, you get the Yamin, that shit is grown in the body. It takes over. The reason I'm talking to you now, the reason people are listening to us is we all have electromagnetic energy in us, which is like the spirit. It's at the nerve and that's life. If that life force, if that electromagnetic energy decides to leave for any reason, we jam like a rubber band. You're dead.
Yeah.
Now your spirit, what they call your spirit, is in your body. So what these freaks did is, they put those self-replicating nanoparticles, which we've seen in the Matrix, we've seen it in mad movies.
Yep.
And they're growing inside of people. It is graphene oxide is synthetic melanin. Wicked. So now, I could send you a thought, yo, choke your mother to death. And they ran the test because you started seeing these wild crimes where niggas was killing the broad, killing the baby, then killing themselves. That was they probably sent them niggas the text message. Yo, kill his bitch. She could have been cooking breakfast.
Hey, Minnie, this is why when I've been watching the news, Minnie, and I see all these mass shootings and all this stuff that's going on, I said to myself, all this is programming. You know what I'm saying? All this is programming. You seeing more murder. You seeing more murders occur. In 2020, a lot of people don't understand when the thing jumped off in 2020. You saw more homicides than a little bit in 2020. More deaths than a little bit. And
they let niggas play. They let niggas play. All inner cities turned to a dark place. So it created the new generation of shooters. Ruthless. I know. I got little cousins that get busy, and I know. And the shit that's weird to me now is grimy is good now. So all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we ain't see it before, but I want to say something else about that. Everybody, and I want y'all to share this live and tell your people about it because there's information in here. Watch who you sleep with. Because if you out there and you sleeping with somebody that took the Yao Ming, you got the Yao Ming.
Yep.
If you eating some pussy that took the Yao Ming, that shit then crawled up in your throat. Sweetheart, if you out there sucking on that Yao Ming, you jabbed. So I'm saying this to say, oh, kumbaya, take your mask off. It's all good. Nah, my nigga, they can see it from whatever satellite they got. The purple, they can see the purple niggas. They know who took
yo, Minnie. Yo, Minnie, you know what's crazy, right? This a thing, right? Like everybody said Michael Jackson was crazy when he was walking around with the mask, but I'm gonna tell you some real shit, and this is what people don't understand. They scanning people when they coming in these supermarkets. These cameras, they scanning us. When you come in the supermarket anywhere, they scanning your whole body. That's why I said, you know what? I'm mashing up. I'm putting the gloves on. I'm mashing up because now I know you motherfuckers are scanning my body because you trying to see what you could do with it in my body.
Nah, really what it is, Gotti, is two things, right? We all heard the word transhumanism before. Transhumanism, trans means to change from. Transsexual, transhumanism, transformer, to change. So I'm putting something, graphene oxide is synthetic melanin. Synthetic melanin. Nasty work, witchcraft. So a lot of people don't know what's going on, but I'm changing you. I'm changing your DNA. Like all y'all niggas out there eating Impossible Burger and Beyond Meat. It's not plant-based. It's not meat-based. It's genetically modified yeast. So what it does is it gets inside of your body. You know, your DNA protects you from cancer cells. So it gets inside and it says, yeah, nah, oh, nah. Your body cells like, nah, this nigga's cool. They let him in, turns it to cancer. So it's to speed up the cancer process. It's fucking with your mRNA. It's ever evolving. So that's why I say, make sure, yo, look, right? You want to take it to the extreme? After you eat your organic orange, just eat the fucking orange peel.
Yeah.
Eat it. Because it's wild, man. It's wild, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. They just not playing with us. We playing. You know, you got a real op out there, and it ain't the nigga down the block.
No, it ain't. Hey, yo, Minnie, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I was in the crib. I was telling my grandma, I was like, these white people trying to kill us, man. The powers that be trying to kill us, man. They trying to kill us, man. Like on some real shit.
Hey, yo, and another thing, this is, you know, I fuck with Gotti, so I come in to talk. You know, as a man, I know you got a little something going on with my man Hocus right now, but we are on at 11 o'clock at night. We're on the Discord app, and we talk. This is what we talk about every night. This. We was on Clubhouse. Something happened on Clubhouse. I still go on the Clubhouse to listen, but we all on the Discord app. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be up to date on what's on Discord, you know, we really talk about this kind of shit. No dumb shit. No goof. You know what I'm saying? No goofball shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I say in essence, man, you know, there's things you can do for yourself. Yo, they don't got no questions, Gotti? Your people got any questions? Listen.
Nah, they ain't got no questions. But I got a question though, Minnie. How you feel about the females of the day, Minnie?
If she don't know nothing about Frances Cress Welsing, if she don't know nothing about Stolen Legacy, if she don't know nothing about Afrocentricity, it's a waste of time. Because there's a big difference between a wife and a party girl. That's all I got to say. Like, I couldn't. And yo, you know, it's bad bitches. You know, I catch your eyes, I look. You know, my lady that I got now is real top heavy. So if a bitch ain't top heavy, it's a waste of time. If she ain't about, if the woman ain't culture conscious, like everybody like they chasing the bag is over, my nigga. You gonna be in a bag. They get ready to shut Fiat down. Like, yeah, I'll do what I do. I like to get to it, but When the white man comes stealing, he comes stealing.
Mm-hmm.
He getting ready to stick all the poor people up in America, all the middle class in America. How you gonna just say, yo, your money ain't good here no more? So everything you work for, your college degree, this, that, your job, your 60, 70,000 a year, they getting ready to shut it down and go digital.
Fact.
And they coming to steal from the professional digital niggas who got wallets. They taking your wallet, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's we gotta keep doing what you do. There's hope. And I see something. I see the white man is getting ready to make one of the most stupidest moves. And if I calculated it correctly, he's gonna regret going digital. I wouldn't say it. I never said it in Hocus's room. I never said it on nobody's platform, and I'm not going to say it. I can't wait till he does this, because this is going to be the greatest mistake. And to all my people out there, when it does happen, hold the line. Don't go savage. Find a way, figure out. Get with people who are farming now. Those little gardens that you walk by and you look in and they look dirty. Find out what's up with them now. Fuck with them now. Because look at when they're gonna start this. October. What comes after October? The cold.
The cold. Yep. And
Niggas are gonna pay for the cold.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And then they slipped in a bunch of niggas from Ukraine, and then they slipped in a bunch of niggas from China. So what is China? China is the Asian extension of what we know as the Illuminati. Or it's gonna be Red Dawn and a bunch of other shit out here.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. It's a and
that's true.
We just got to be some people that's gonna prepare. Real quick. And I'm sorry, I know my man gonna be pissed off with me. On the subject of the Money Boss players, we got mad shit on the streaming sites. I got an album, Once Upon a Handshake. I'm a producer, by the way. Fuck all that shit. But I'm a producer. Been a ghostwriter for years. Just started putting out music. It's doing well. We streaming. The last time I checked, we were streaming about 12,000 a week. So that's a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? For some niggas, that's some not. I'm the old head. Everybody else is young, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I want to say this, man, because I want to give you your flowers, Minnie, and I always tell you this, man. Like when a lot of dudes don't be giving a lot of dudes, I always say Minnesota is one of the most underrated producers ever, because he don't get his flowers.
They all steal from me. I'm the guy. Like, yo, look, right? I could be online right now, right, doing a lot of things like making money. I refuse to put what I'm doing now. I got 3 new music forms, and yo, listen, all of that. I'm not even gonna say it, but and I don't really care about saying it. But I'm not trying to be that kind of nigga. But everybody steals from me. All the niggas that you love, yo, this nigga, yo, that's my favorite producer. All these niggas have stolen from me.
Hey, yo, Minnie, I'm not gonna lie, right? I would keep it real. This is how real it is, right? Like when you listen to, I tell dudes when they listen to the dudes like the Kanye's, the Just Blazes, I said many brought that sound to that soul sound to the game before all these dudes. Bank, all of them, all the dudes.
1992. We got an album. We after Mob Style, Money Boss Players, and I want to. You giving me some flowers. I'm gonna give it to Mob Style. I was not doing no fucking music unless it was for Mob Style. So anything affiliated with Mob Style, any of they little mans, I'm fucking with them. Gangsta Lou, AZ, Whip Wop. I wasn't. Yo, listen. I never forget. My mother came to see me, right? And I had my operation going, and I'm listening to Mob Style, and my mom's came in. I was staying down in Midtown Manhattan where I had the block at, and my mom's came in and she saw the tape. Like my mother's not like a regular mother that's gonna chastise you, but she came in, she saw the money, she saw the, you know how when they show the bus on the 7 o'clock news, My shit was loaded up, and I'm listening to Mob Style. What? That gangster shit. And there was events that transpired after that. I got shot up when I was 19 years old, 18, 19 years old. I got shot up, but because it wasn't like it was peace. I always just try and come take over a nigga shit. So that was always my problem. I'm stupid like that. I'm greedy. You know what I'm saying? So I caught some bullets for it, and I was lucky to be alive because the nigga was going to dust me off. But when he shot me in the middle of the street, it was a white lady beeping on. I'm probably the only asshole that got shot in Midtown Manhattan. But my mother, she came. She gave me some good words. She knew she couldn't stop me, and all I could say is I got a different type of mother. Like my mother comes from the streets. She comes from the Panthers. She comes from that. It's like how Pac's moms was a part of that. She was a part of that in the 60s and the 70s. And, she's given me a lot of choice words. But what I'm saying, I wouldn't have been rapping without Mob Style because my mom's just like, yo, what's this you listening to? Like, what the fuck is going on here? So, much love to my moms, Umi Mubaraka Tafiqua Ali. Yeah, she ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? She know how to take a gun apart and put it back together. So, we need those type of women in our lives now. We don't need party girls. We don't need hookah smoke. Yo, look, right? A bitch smoke hookah, you disqualified. The bitch don't know who Frances Cress Welsing is, she's disqualified. You not of black love, you're disqualified. You always having problems, like you don't like this girl. I'm anti-stupidity. I just don't no stupid shit around me. You know what I'm saying?
True. Hey, yo, Minnie. Let me ask you, Minnie. Like, I want to ask you though, sidebar. I want to ask you this, man. Like, how was that session doing that I'm not a player joint with Pun, man? Because I always want to know, man. That record was so fire, and I still listen to it.
Yo, Chris is such, bless his soul. He's a Soundview nigga, and when I say, for Soundview to be so dangerous and to be a neighborhood that kind of keeps a certain, like it calms down, but then it flares up. It could be quiet. It calms back up. It calms down and it flares back up. So Pun, just Pun is a bona fide Soundview nigga, and we different. We just a different breed over there. It's not, if a Soundview nigga is good at playing basketball, he's gonna be the best. If a Soundview nigga is good at dancing, he's gonna be the best. If a Soundview nigga is good at killing niggas, he's gonna be the best. It's just like it's an area where our energy goes outward and other niggas take it on the behavior because it's a few things that I don't want to go too far about why it's like that, but I'll tell you something about him, right? His uncle Wimpy and his aunt Angie, it might have been Angie. Wimpy was the record boy for the Cold Crush. Pun's household was Soundview's connection to hearing the Cold Crush tapes the day after they did the show. We had the tape. So niggas is downstairs with the big radio while they selling they dope, playing all the Cold Crush routines on the cassette. So we had a direct avenue to hip hop like that. Pun's household, he had the tapes first. I could imagine what he was hearing as a little boy, the shit we was hearing, because my window was over the drug block. I used to put my radio in the window so I could record what the hustlers were spraying down. Now that sounds dirty. That's Pun's household was that household that Soundview was getting their hip hop from. He's a little boy. He don't got nothing to do with it, but his uncle and his aunt was down with the Cold Crush. So That's how we got the music. So when you hear pun was hip hop because it was in his household. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was in his household.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even down to like Soundview Puerto Ricans is different. Our Puerto Ricans over there in the East Bronx is gangsters. Gangsters, my nigga. Watson Avenue, Castle Hill Projects. We got it's like the Soundview. When I left there in 2014, it was turning Dominican, so I can't speak for the hood now. But I know that our neighborhood always had the vicious Puerto Ricans, nigga, gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Watson Avenue. We know Cypress and Brook Avenue. We know that shit. They've been wild too, but now we got some tough. Our Oyes is the toughest niggas, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
But,
Hey, yo, Minnie.
Did I answer the question about the studio session? Because
Nah. You was getting the story to fun, man.
So look, I'm sorry. I'm absent-minded. In 2001, I got shot in my head. My memory is fucked up. 2020, I had to go. I don't know how to. My thoughts just be running, right? But you know, I always tell a story like, you know, that nigga. This is my man. This is Spanish Chris, or Dirty Chris. We used to call him in the projects, right? So you know, this Chris is no, Dirty Chris. And then he wasn't fat at all. But when I met him and he was Big Punisher, again, when I bumped into him on Southern Boulevard, I see him with a big chain on his neck. This nigga's 300 pounds. I'm like, yo, what up? I didn't know who was calling me. Because he's calling me the way my grandmother used to call me out the window, Mark. So I said I saw him, he's like, yo, Mark, I'm a rapper now. I'm Big Moondog. I'm like, yo, Chris, if you don't stop it, I'm just one of them niggas like, man, if you don't get out of here. He's like, nah, I'm Big Moondog. I'm nice, Mark. So, you know, we go through that. Next thing I know, he signed to Loud. He gives me a call. Yo, you got this beat. I want this beat. So I go to the studio with him, and we recorded. We was in Mystic Studios in Staten Island. So, One Take Tony. He went in there, he murdered that. It was me. We was 4 or 5 deep in the car. He was driving a Lexus at that time. We go in the studio. He lays it down. I used a jazz version of the OJ's Darling Darling Baby. And I had a cassette. So I put the OJ's cassette in and we sample that. That's the beginning. That's really like a cassette, the beginning. Before it comes on. Do. So motherfucking the nigga was a funny nigga, first of all. He laid it down. So I'm listening to the song like I didn't get it. I'm not gonna front. Because I'm like, I'm looking at him as my man, and you're not a player, you just fuck a lot, but you fucking 8,000 pounds. So I'm looking at that. But the record sounds good, but I didn't wrap my mind around it. I'm like, damn, the nigga's nice, but I didn't get it, even though he was nice. Because I'm like, how is this nigga gonna pull off being a player, but he fuck a lot, but he's some big nigga that can't even breathe? and then I'm your man. I grew up with you.
Yeah.
You was always like Pun was always like, and let me not fuck y'all up. This nigga was out there in the 80s with us catching crack cases, bro. If his criminal history was to come up, y'all would be like, what the fuck? He got caught with the hammer twice. He got caught with cracks. He ended up working in the pizza shop on my block for a long time after getting in trouble. But he was some Spanish nigga used to work out and all that shit. Yeah. So the nigga, I think the police was chasing me, jumped out a window, and he broke both his legs. And that weightlifting, that's how, when he broke both his legs, that's how he became the fat nigga and never lost that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, that nigga was a crazy, funny nigga. He'd slap the shit out of a nigga. He could throw his hands. He was a good dude. Sound me Puerto Rican. Special. He wasn't Gito. The nigga used to dress fresh. He wears Sherlins, his 20 belows, wears big rope chain. He wasn't like a slouch. I mean, when he was young, he was dirty. That's why we call him Dirty Chris. He had the wild white boy hair, mangy hair. No, I'm serious. But as he got older, he came into it. And when we was in the studio in Staten Island, then all he do is snap and play. This nigga was he could have been a fucking comedian. So I'll never forget when we left the studio, we riding uptown, and you know he Puerto Rican. I know the Puerto Ricans from the Bronx as well. So he's like, yo, I got grenades in the car. So he's hitting bumps. And I'm like, yo, man, chill, nigga. You know, I don't know if he got machine gun. I know he always kept, ever since we were children, he always kept the hammer. He might not have been busting niggas shit, but just in case, that nigga always had a gun on him. But so we in the car, and he's talking all this grenade shit. Yo, this nigga rolled the windows up, locked them, and started farting. We crossed. Yo, listen, my nigga, we died and came back to life. He farted. Imagine that big nigga farting out all that stuff. Yo, we going across the Verrazano Bridge. That nigga killed us, bro. It was me. It was me, his cousin Jamie, the other one. It was me and his cousins in the car. He farted that car, nigga. I said, never again. That $10,000, that $12,000 they paid me for that beat, I said that wasn't worth it. That nigga farted up. Nigga, I thought I could fart some shit up. That nigga farted us out of. That nigga farted us out of civilization. That's a crazy nigga. That's one for the record books. God bless his soul. Sauce bless his soul, man.
Hey, yo, Minnie, man. I always say another dude, man, that you did another classic with is Biggie, man. Big, man. Like Big was another one, man.
Good dude. And I say good dude in the sense that, you know, I wish I knew what Cameron knew. But you know, as you can see, I got the little albums out now, and I've always been a ghostwriter, so I never I've always wanted to be in the background. I guess that's just the Libra shit in me, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be on the front line with nothing. So we out. It's me, Biggie sitting in the driver's side of the Land Cruiser. This is when he broke his legs. Buster is sitting on the co-pilot, and me, my man Al G, and Father Time, that's the Money Boss producers. Because, you know, I'm one of them all for one for all. Oh, yo, big call. Yo, we out there. So we go, and we all playing our beats, right? On a fucking cassette in a Land Cruiser. And the beats is playing, and Busta Rhymes. It's Busta Rhymes, right? And Biggie rhymed. And I was like, yo, I got something. So Big looked at me, and I said that shit that I be saying now. And after everybody left, Big called me, was like, yo, matter of fact, Big had called me. He was like, yo, Minnie, he said, this was the night he got murdered. This is the day he got murdered. And my man Sean Rader was with me. My man came mostly from Clay Ave was with me. And they were with me when I got the call, because I'm like, yo, this is Big. So we on the phone, and I said, yo, he said, yo, nigga, when I come back, I'm signing you and Buck Wild. And he said, damn, y'all niggas got what I need. He said, and you gonna rhyme. And I was like, Big, I'm not an MC. He was like, you are now. So that was the night that he got murdered. You know what I'm saying? That was the night, because he called about 6 o'clock New York time, so it had to be 3 in the afternoon in LA. That was his last day on this earth.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, bless his soul. Bless his soul, man, you know? So you got to know how to carry it. You know, sometimes when you run around with niggas, you have to be able to control your niggas. You got to be able to put your hand out and your niggas shut it down.
Right.
And when you can't control the niggas around you, there's going to be things that's going to come back to you.
Facts. You know, that's a fact. That's a but hey, Minnie, that's a fact, you know, and like the head, like and I always tell people like, and certain producers, man, like yourself and Buck, man, y'all don't get y'all credit for the classics, and even another classic they don't know about, that Knock Knock joint, the Monica joint that they say Kanye did, which is Yo Beat, Manny. They don't talk about that. Hey, yo, Minnie, your mic going in and out, Minnie. Think your mic going in and out. I can hear you. I can hear you a little bit, Minnie. Going in and out a little bit. Yeah, you good now. You good now, Minnie.
You know, with that, you know, I don't leave. You know, my man called me earlier today, my man Kwame, and he was like, yo, you could be doing this and you could be doing that. And I don't want my music online. I know I could be I know I could be making thousands more having my beats online, but my thing is Precious. They all stole from me. It's other niggas that got their name, like the song Max B the Greatest.
Yeah.
That's mine's.
That's a fact.
And I'm not dissing Dame Grease, but it's not his. He didn't produce it. He said it online. Yo, I didn't produce that, but his name is on it, right? So what I'm saying is this, right? You know, I don't leave my music around no more because I know what it's like when you hear something. I don't even jack nigga samples, bro. Yeah. If I know you sampled it, I'll be like, damn, you got to it first. I'm gonna leave it.
Hey, yo, but Minnie, one thing I like about your sound, though, Minnie, is that you put that like a lot of dudes you could tell try to craft off your sound because it's that the soul samples, and you be picking them cuts that most dudes don't even pick, Minnie, like them samples that most dudes don't even go for. Like even when you did the Most Def joint, the Panties joint, like that right there, that sample right there is like one of them dirty samples that dudes don't even pick. One of them in the cut. So that's what make your style unique. You and Buck, because both of y'all pick the samples that no dudes pick.
Right. So you know, really, it's just an ear thing, man. It's just a thing of the ear. Like, you know, if you give 10 niggas the same record, Large Professor gonna do his thing, Pete Rock gonna do his thing different. We all gonna do our things differently with that record when we get our hands on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, it's not even the machine, it's the nigga. It's everybody got different souls, different personalities. That different personality comes out in your music. So you know, everybody's gonna do something different. And then for me, like, yo, look, right, fingers crossed. I want to say, I don't like if, but when De La Soul releases their new single that I did for them, it's my most treasured work yet because it's the last joint with Dave on it.
Damn.
And it is, they played it for DJ Spinner. I don't know if you're a real music person, you know who DJ Spinner is. He's dope. They played it for Spinner, and Spinner said to them, yo, not only is this a hit record, it's a classic. So it's something that can carry through the ages. And I didn't sample nothing. It's me playing keys. Because my favorite producer, and I didn't know, I just found this out. When I was a little boy, my favorite producer is a producer named Leroy Burgess and Patrick Adams. And the reason I say I didn't know, I wasn't reading. As long as I've been a producer, I don't read the credits. I don't give a fuck. But now, you know, you older, you slow down, you take time. All of these records I like when I was a little boy, Leroy Burgess either wrote it or produced the beat, or Patrick Adams produced the beat. And like Leroy Burgess wrote Over Like a Fat Rat. Like this nigga is just, everything he touched is that immortal record. Like he got that soul, he got that sound. Every record, and I'm looking like, yo, I love this record. He wrote this for Rick James. Like it's just, yo, it's just certain people got that je ne sais quoi in their music. And I'm like, I guess passing the torch to me. Leroy Burgess passed the torch to me because I got that same soul. I felt He used to be a singer when I was a baby. He was in a group called Black Ivory, and he was the what's the nigga with the highest voice? Is that falsetto?
The falsetto, yeah,
He
the
was
falsetto.
he was the screaming nigga in the group. So, and then he comes back with records like oh fuck, man, this nigga, what's his famous record? He got a lot of them, but he's singing on that record. Put your hands up in the air and rock it like you just don't care. We're gonna do. It's called "Let's Do It" by Conversion.
Oh,
so
yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And he got another record called dun, 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 dun. I can't think. Dun, 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 dun. Mainline. Nothing changed ever since you met my baby. But that music, like niggas know me for a hip hop producer, but nigga, I could produce Jamaican, I could do reggaeton, I could do everything. So if this shit cut off tomorrow and it went back to disco, I'm gonna beat all the producers on disco. But what I've learned over the time is like I gotta like people that don't do music, they don't use their left brain. So they just see go for it. They don't understand how to cut certain things off. So I know now, win, lose, or draw, I'm not playing my music in front of producers no more.
Yeah. And you know, yo, Minnie, I always heard that stories like a lot of dudes, like I would always hear like the Track Masters, Puffin them, Dr. Dre, a lot of them was still dudes beats while they was in the studio just playing the beats for the artists. And then dudes would lead they reel it, and dudes would take the reel, redo the record, redo it again, put different drum patterns, but it still got the same exact samples, and that's why a lot of dudes don't get the credit.
So look, right? You know, at the end of the day, you know, if you finally find out that you have something special, I've never in my life harbored anything. I don't. I hide. I'm hiding. I'm smuggling shit now. By the time niggas catch on to what I'm doing, it'll be me in a Pharrell or Timberland position. Because right now I got 3 different sounds. I don't want. Look, right? I just laced Pharoah Munch, and oh man, when I say I laced Pharoah, him and I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize for the stupid question I'm going to ask. But what's the survivor's name from Mobb Deep?
Havoc.
So Havoc is on the hook and Pharoah is on the record. And it's just as evil as dun 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 dun. I gave them a smoker. So I got the De La joint coming. I got the Havoc and Pharoah Munch joint, and I got these joints with the locks, and it's on them when they gonna release them, nigga. I'm ready to stink the town up. I'm dropping some shit. I'm Gemini, the gifted one. I know y'all don't know who it is, but he got one of the meanest Brooklyn records ever made. I did a record for him, and he didn't use it as a single, but it was called Brooklyn Kids by Gemini, the gifted one. And this nigga is the meanest Brooklyn record ever, talking about Brooklyn in those days. So he was my first placement coming in. I'm doing something with him. The nigga's still nice. It's him and Boogie Black on the hook. It's a party joint. And my party joints is nasty. They're not clean. It's crazy. My man, G Wash is signed to Rock Nation. I'm getting ready to lace in with some joints. So I'm getting it in where I can get it in. And then here's the other thing, right? I'm gonna make this announcement. Me and my man Steve Brock, him and his partner just opened up a skating rink up in Newburgh, New York. So we're not gonna really be playing. They wanna, Newburgh is off the chain on this shit. So they wanna bring us in to bring like the Harlem Bronx crowd up, bring the New York crowd up. So I'm gonna have, it's gonna be me and I'm gonna be on the turntables. DJ Hollywood's gonna be on the mic. 1 week it'll be Kid Capri. Next week it'll be Erykah Badu. Next week it'll be DJ Scratch. So we bringing that up there. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna get the name of the skating rink. Give me 2 seconds.
Yo, smash that like button, y'all. This is good history right here.
All right, so it's called the Roller Drome in Newburgh, New York.
Ooh,
The Avalon,
ooh,
the Roller Drome. So that's where we gonna be at. And I really want everybody to come out and have a good time when we up
yeah.
there. I'm gonna be DJing. I'm gonna be the house DJ and the musical supervisor. So I'm gonna be in charge of. All right, this week we doing Soul in the Horn on skates. This week we doing this. So it's gonna be a place to skate and have fun. And I'm tied in with these promoters in Harlem like Sleep, Roper
Yeah.
Dope, my man Otis from the old Final Four. So we're gonna do the buses leaving from the Bronx and Harlem, so everybody could come up and skate and get home safely. So it's gonna be a thing, man. And I'm gonna make it like Rooftop Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Because me and Steve is walking through the wilderness plotting the throne on this one. So we wanted to provide a fun, safe space where niggas could go have a ball, go home, and that's that, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yo, Minnie, man, I want to say, man, is you and Yasin Bey gonna do another one together, man? Cause I
It's
love
up
when
to,
you
it's
and
up to
most.
y'all. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if anybody in the music industry that I consider, I met a lot of people, and I do have a lot of people that I consider friends, but, me and y'all got a lot in common the way we think.
hmm,
And being around that nigga, like, I learned a lot, man. Like, I think he underestimates his intellect because he's just
yeah,
a regular, in his mind, he's a regular nigga. But this shit I'm talking to y'all, you get this and more all day. And the jewels he'll be giving you is the type of jewels that hit you 5 years later, like, oh shit, Most told me this.
hmm,
Oh. So he's a brother with divine intellect. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that Source or God works through certain people and can tell you some shit you don't know. And
hmm,
he's one of them. So
yeah,
that's because I'm not gonna front. We had a little micro fallout. I'm not gonna
yeah,
front because I'm Mini, nigga. And yo, I don't give a fuck, nigga. All your jokes ain't funny.
mhm,
That's my man. You know what I'm saying? So while
yeah,
everybody was around sucking Cheetos and shit, Mini is like, I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna confront you. And you know, I confronted him on something that wasn't my business, but I responded how a hood friend responds when he sees a friend in trouble. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I I I had a gun on tour behind something that happened. And most was like, a gun? What is a gun gonna solve, nigga? Like, fuck are you doing? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And we on the other, we in Vegas. My
mhm,
niggas from the Bronx that live in Vegas, yo, all right. And they came over there with the 40 shot. Yo, here, man, he call me when you. So I'm like, yo, so I
yeah,
come to Most like, yeah, nigga, we good. I got the. He's like, what? You know?
yeah,
That nigga had the long cigarette and he had his robe on. Like,
yeah,
Minnie, what is a gun gonna solve? So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess, coming out of the Bronx, sometimes you have certain ways that you gotta grow out of or let go. You gotta grow up. You know what I'm
fact,
saying? So
fact,
especially we dealing with money. What I'm getting ready to get us a court case,
yeah,
can be you growing up is hard to do coming out of urban areas. I'm gonna
hmm,
say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I responded like a little boy, like, oh word, niggas is gonna do what? What when we in Vegas? I resorted back, and I'm a lone gunman. I'm not a blood. I'm not a crip. I never been a nigga that rolled with a mafia. I like being by myself. So I'm like, I strapped up. Any state you going, I got niggas in the Bronx. It's niggas that did shit to me where I could have put the kite out, but I didn't tell nobody. I just let it go away because I defeated something that a lot of black men don't get to defeat, and that's revenge.
mhm,
That was hard, and
yeah,
I'm proud of myself that, like I said to you, Gotti, I'm the kind of nigga to hide in your bushes and murder you
mhm,
if I had to. If you're that much of a threat to me, I'ma hide in your garbage can. I'm a Libra. I'm a sleep under your car. I'm gonna wait under your car till you getting in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's old school shit, but I don't. It's nothing to be notorious about anymore. It's
Yeah.
really some dumb shit now. It's really they got you if you mad enough that you're gonna go kill another black man,
Yeah.
and that's
Yo,
hard.
yo,
That's
Minnie, I
hard.
remember you said that. I remember you said when you talked about when the whole thing that happened with the robbery in your crib, Minnie, and you
Yes,
saying
yes.
like you had a decision. You know, you could either kill these niggas or just just get out the game for good and just take care of family, man.
It was hard. It was hard. It was hard, but I'm not. I'm gonna say like I believe in source, and source is my word for God. Because I don't believe
Mm-hmm.
like God is a man. I believe like God is an energy, like male and female, that thing that
Mm-hmm.
creates life, right?
Right.
So when I say source, look at it as God, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't see it at that time, but it was a hidden hand stopping me from going to put the murder game down. And the day that my son's mother died, I was going to my neighborhood that night to go lay and try and murder somebody. And I just got to say now, like, you know, I really didn't understand how Source works, but Source works. And there like so I just don't like to call it God because that's what man calls it, but I call it Source. But the hidden hand protected me, and I got to defeat something that niggas don't get to defeat, and that's revenge. Because
Mm-hmm.
um when my sons, and all my friends, it was like I had one friend, he held me down, he blah blah blah, whatever. So I went up and I'm back in Soundview now, right? So I'm creeping around. I got on a jogging outfit. I don't none of my friends from the neighborhood know I'm there, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sneaking through, I'm creeping, right? So I see one of the dudes that was involved, I see his best friend and he was walking his dog. And I was mad, but I'm like, damn, I can't kill him. I'm like, he don't got nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like this nigga's literally some nigga with a job. But when I saw this nigga knew what it was. He was like, Minnie, what's up, man? What's going on? I was like, yo, I'm chilling. He's like, well, what you doing out here so late? It's 1 a.m. We in the fog. I'm methodical. It's the weather conditions. It's rainy. I got my jogging shit on. This nigga knew what it was. I gave him the pass of all passes. This nigga's walking his dog. He's a civilian, but I just left it, man. You know what I'm saying? And he was an easily one-off. It would have been like, oh, they killed homie in the hood. Why would somebody kill him? It was one of those. And I left it. And when I got back with my man that had gave me the slammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, yo, he said, how you get up to Soundview? I said, I took the bus. He said, give me my gun. I said, no, man, I didn't. He said, give me my fucking gun. And I said, why? He said, friends don't send friends in the burning buildings. You bugging.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate him now for that because I was bugging. It was no thought process to. I was so mad. I was like a 14-year-old drilly because y'all niggas touched my family. I'm gonna wipe you off the face of the earth. So, with that being said, I'm proud of myself now that I defeated what a lot of black men don't get over, and that's revenge. I could see the nigga now that did all that, sent all that fuck shit at me and laugh and shake his hand and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Gotti? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's my growth.
Yeah.
That's my growth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So them niggas don't matter, nigga. The friendships I got now, I got millionaire friends. I got niggas putting me in. I'm getting ready to fall in line with beautiful income until they shut this shit down.
Mm-hmm.
I got wealthy friends now, and when
Yeah.
you're around wealthy friends, they not talking about the ops. They talking about how I'm gonna score 7 figures and I'm gonna make sure you get the next 6.
Mm-hmm.
I got wealthy friendships right now, so man, I don't give a fuck about going back to the projects to kill a nigga who's struggling to pay a car note, a nigga who's selling 3.5s, a nigga who's sleeping on his girl's futon. They trying to get murdered still, probably. I don't know. God bless them idiots. Source bless them. Because it's the hardest thing for a black man to overcome. Because your friends, my friends that are gangsters is like, nah. No, not you. And my mind and my heart and my soul, I'm like, yes. You didn't see the 9 on your son's head. So for me to be able to graduate going back to kill a nigga that's worthless, I get it. Like, I don't go to, when I be hanging out now, I go to the flyest spots, the best looking woman. I'm not, if I gotta bring the gun, I'm not going, bro. I'm not going to the place where other niggas is bringing it. Now, if something happens, it happens, but I'm in the coolest shit in the world. Mixed crowd. It's always some whites, some blacks, some Indians. It ain't just niggas. You're not going to get me in the thug club, nigga club. Fuck that. Grown niggas my age in the grown parties acting like Jay-Z popping by. I'm not going. I'm hanging out with progressive people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go have fun. Go skate. Listen to some music.
Yeah.
That's an activity. You feel good. I'm not going to play with the babies, nigga, and gotta bring two. That shit is all the gangster shit. Gangster shit is for little boys.
Yeah, it is, Minnie. And that's what I be trying to tell these dudes, Minnie. I be trying to tell these dudes, like, online that, you know, all that. I believe, and I'm gonna keep it real, Minnie. Being gangster is taking care of your family. I feel like all that being gangster for a block, your last name is everything. Your last name, doing it for your last name is gangster. And a lot of these dudes is not preaching doing it for your last name. They just want to preach that I'm doing it for my block and not your last name. That's gangster to me.
Right? You said something very imperative. You know, my daughter just had a son, and you know what I'm saying, a beautiful little boy, bright eyes, saw me, as soon as he saw me, hugged me, gave his I'm a grandfather, my nigga. My grandson is 2. That's what I'm living for. I'm not living for no nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I say the street shit was just because we was in that environment. Coming from Soundview was the drugs. Other projects around, if you wasn't really, Monroe and Soundview and Castle Hill had the money. Like, niggas hustle everywhere, but the real drug blocks was Monroe, Castle Hill, Soundview. You could get a nigga out of those 3 projects that a nigga from Brooklyn know, like, yeah, my man from up there, he's getting money. So now, like, the shooter shit is some bozo shit. Like, I would hope that a nigga could comprehend what I'm saying, because, you know, the ambition we had when we woke up in the morning in the 80s to go outside and try and make some money and get fresh and go party, go get whatever the fuck we were doing. I can't imagine the ambition now to get up and go outside and hurt a nigga. Because young niggas got an ambition.
Yeah. And you know, and yo, Minnie, and I'm not gonna lie, Minnie, like, the ambition back then, like you just said, Minnie, was like to get that bag. It was that to get paid in full, to change your life, you know, to stay fly. That was the ambition for the young dudes in the 80s and 90s. The ambition today is, like Guru said, just to get a rep. They just want to rap. Straight like that. They just want to rap.
It's crazy because, like, it's so much mental illness in today's gangsterism, because number one, you know, I had a nigga, a big homie from the neighborhood was like, what? Minnie never been to jail. So I laughed. I laughed. I'll just leave that, right? But, you know, jail, you see this picture that you got of me up with my father?
Yeah.
I got to know my father 1 year when he got out of jail, because he came home and he got murdered. My father is from Fort Greene. He was laying the murder game down. He's probably who Killer Ben and them was looking up to. Anybody out of Fort Greene that's a gangster in the 80s or the 70s, they knew my father. He came to Queens with that shit. And when he came to Queens with that shit, he was just doing rotten Brooklyn shit. He was a Fort Greene, was the Jolly Stompers, the Chaplains, whatever the gang was. Unbeknownst to him, he got murdered in '83. Next year, these niggas you smacking around is going to be known as the Supreme Team. They try to call a meeting with him and all that. He went to jail for robbing for robbing the laundromat on Farmers Boulevard. He got knocked in 1972. He got knocked. He takes the money from the laundromat as he's walking out. The owner calls him a nigga. He walks back in the laundromat and shoots the owner in the head.
Damn.
So, just he was a vicious Brooklyn nigga, and Brooklyn niggas still to this day are vicious.
Yeah.
And that's my bloodline. My family in DC was putting it down. That's just my family on both sides. They get busy. My mother's side get busy. My father's side get busy. And, it's just a thing where it's like, from me, and back in the days, they used to have a thing called Black Solidarity Day. And on Black Solidarity Day, which was November 4th, you come in, and it was like family day in the jail. And all of my pictures with my father are in jail as a little boy. I love to go see him. And I'll never forget, he told me one day, he was like, jail is for suckers. Because now I'm getting a little older. I'm like, yo, Dad, are you a sucker? He said, yeah. So I'm not thinking every time I leave, he's probably crying. And this is a gangster because my son, like, when niggas is doing all of this shit, I've seen this thing happen now in my older years. Niggas' mothers is dying. Niggas' fathers is dying. Their aunt is dying. The only one left that was holding them down is dying.
Big Mama. Yeah, all of them. Well, everybody dying.
Why are you out there drilling and you just doing your bid? You ain't thinking 12 years from now, Mom's is out of here. Niggas ain't thinking about these things.
No, they're not.
Niggas is not thinking about, I gotta be here for my family. Like, worst come to worst, you gotta defend yourself. Yeah. So that's why the way I look at it, I'm not even gonna put myself in a position to be out here trying to murder you. Because look, it's not about taking shorts, but I don't got nothing left that's gonna stop me from blowing a nigga's head off. So that's why I don't want to be around nothing. My niggas call me, yo, Minnie, hey, come to Soundview, my man Penny, my man Hendrix, yo. Nah, bro, I'm good. My man Quam, he got the good, positive shit going. Write your way out. Because for me, the wound is still fresh in my head when I got to go through there. So I don't, I'm disconnected. I divorced the streets. Yo, look, the cartel couldn't come to me now and like, yo, here's 40 bricks. And I could move them. I could get right back in, find out who. Yo, Minnie got him at 20, 30, whatever. I'm dumping him. I probably could do 10, 15 keys my first week out. Yeah. But guess what? You couldn't pay me to be illegal no more. Like, I get it. I'm lucky. I'm fortunate. So you couldn't. All money ain't good. You can't dance to every record.
No, that's true, Minnie. That's true because, like, when I had these conversations with a lot of dudes, man, and what you saying, Minnie, is absolutely facts because I always believe, man, that, yeah, dudes do get incarcerated. But like you said, jail is for like anybody will tell you that been incarcerated. Jail is for the birds. Jail is for the suckers. So look, right? With the knowledge that when Brooke Cusinella subpoenaed me down, she offered me immunity to tell on my community, and it wasn't going to happen. So she said, well, we're going to have to indict you for that heroin we found. I said, ma'am, I'm a holistic herb collector. That was Slippery Elm. What heroin are you talking about? You're trying to frame me? That cracker bitch. Look up Brooke, Brooke, Cusinella. That cracker bitch turned red. And I looked her up a few months ago. She's now prosecuting corporations. She's a federal prosecutor out of the Southern District. Man, I would be a fool to get back in the street. Yeah. If a federal prosecutor promised you, if you ever step in the street, you in particular, and you know what they hard on was with me? It wasn't, they hard on with me wasn't
that I was out there doing something at one time. Their hard on with me wasn't my home invasion. Their hard on was this. The way this
Yeah,
nigga
that
think, this nigga's dangerous. We can't leave him in the projects.
facts,
He might
facts,
turn these niggas into something else.
facts.
So you know, with me being able to walk out of that situation, I get it. And I'm hard headed and I'm greedy. I love money, but now I've found a place to, you know, put that. If I gotta suffer, I'll suffer. But I'm not gonna go out here and slit nobody's throat for a couple of dollars.
Facts.
And I'm not gonna, you know, like when I fell out right in my living room by my kitchen and I had the brain aneurysm, I asked the source. I apologized actually for a family that I poisoned in the projects when I was 13, 14 years old, because all of them, that family has been through so much. It's the Figueroa family, right? I'm 14 years old and I'm selling stuff with the sister. And the sister was like, yo, I can't serve my sister, Minnie. You serve her. So I was serving the family, but it was a time when they was pregnant and I stopped serving them, right? And I remember now that I see the sons all grown and was thugging and doing certain shit, like I always had a connection of guilt to them. Everything I saw them go through, I felt like, damn, what if I ain't sell a mother crack? That's just how my brain works.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
Yeah.
I always, and they a thorough family from out of neighborhood, big family, and everything I saw them go through to even losing my man Baby Ainge out there, it just fucked up my mind. And I always felt a guilt when I saw them go through it, because I would always be out there in the middle of the projects. And you know, Soundview was kind of like Mayfield. We had cheese lines out there, and yeah, I remember homegirl be like, and my girl Monique, she'd be like, nah, I can't serve my sister, you serve her. So, you know, it's just shit like that. Like everything in life, you know, you don't never get away from what you do. I
Yeah.
don't look at it like karma, but I just feel like your investments will always return to you. When you're
Facts.
making it, your actions are investments, and they will always return to you. So I just got a conscious. I should have never been in the crack game. I should have been a music nigga forever.
Yeah.
But I tell a nigga now, nigga, I'm funny style. I'm bougie. I'm not going to that shit. Fuck out of here. I remember a bitch trying to invite me to a cookout, and I don't want to say, and she don't know who she is, but yeah, I'm sorry for calling you a bitch, but bitch tried to invite me to a cookout, and I was like, nah, I ain't coming to no shit. She's like, oh, you cool, la la la, and niggas got murdered at her cookout.
Damn.
And I called her about 2 weeks later because she was going through something. The family of the deceased was on her ass, and I was just like, I got you. I was just like, after it happened, I finally called her. She was like, Minnie, I know. And you invited me to that. So I look at it like those might have been my bullets for no reason.
Facts.
If I had went, like what if? Nah, I get it. You gotta get it because you know, you don't see too many 20-year-old niggas drilling. You don't see too many late 20s. You don't see too many niggas in their 30s drilling. You definitely a bozo if you drilling in your 40s, and you was a cold-blooded throwaway if you ganging and thugging in your 50s. So I'm saying that to say, like the nigga Troy Ave said, the streets is a myth.
Yeah. Yeah.
The part of your reward for being a criminal is some bozo shit.
Hey, Minnie, just look at what happened with the dude Casanova. Minnie, he got cut. He wrote a letter. Dudes is on his ass because of that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, Minnie,
the internet said today that they cut him or they fought him because he said he denounced his gang ties. But this is what I'm saying about putting yourself in certain situations, because he didn't snitch.
Yeah.
He's trying to get his sentence lowered.
Yeah.
He's fighting for his life. But this is the way that the nigga mind state is. Nah, nigga, I want you in the figment jig with me. What you mean you denounce this? And he's
Yeah.
denouncing something that doesn't really exist. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to diss y'all. Even if I can't even play the game for my freedom, can I get 10 years?
Yeah. It's
Can
like
I get a 10? It's a blessing if he get a dime ski. He got
yeah,
about 2 in. He'll be
yeah.
out in 6 years. But this
Like
is
it's
what I'm
like
talking about.
many. It's
This is
like
what I'm
it's
talking
blood.
about.
These dudes is blood in, blood out. You know what I'm saying? Many. It's like you
It's not
can't get
that.
out.
It's not that. It's not that. It's about thinking. How am I
Yeah.
not thinking if you my man and we cut from the same cloth? I'm money boss, you money boss. I'm Crip, you Crip. I'm blood, you blood. Yo, you scheming. Yo, that was a good move. I would have said, good move, nigga. We know you
Fact.
always, we throw the handshake on the low, but I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So this is how vicious being around people who don't know how to think. Now,
Yeah.
how old is he? How old is he?
He 36. 36, man.
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
Yeah.
When my son's mother died and I had to become a full-time dad, and it took me away from my hood in general, and now I live outside of New York, and I have to say this: the hood does something to you where even working niggas and they can't see it, but the hood keeps you as a boy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a man until you get away from the friends you grew up with, sitting
Yeah.
around drinking, standing on corners, sitting on cars. I'm like this. 10 minutes, yo, Dougie Fresh, you're on. 20 minutes, I'm going. If that.
Yeah.
And it's like niggas don't even know, grown men don't even know that they're not operating as grown men. They do mad little boy shit. If I don't got no business there, majority of the time you're not gonna I can't do it. I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So the hood be keeping niggas as little boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The hood will have you as a whole little boy and you don't even know you little boying out.
Fact.
Fucked up little boy shit. Like, and you know, it's offensive for a nigga to hear, like, fuck, I ain't no little boy. I'm a grown man. I got my own apartment, but yeah, you still drinking Henny out of cups in front of the store. You
Yeah.
still going to these cookouts to eat this bitch's whack ass chicken, burnt black chicken on in the summer in the middle of the benches. You still going to the old timers day. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And I'm not trying to be bougie, but I know how to
Yeah.
think.
Mm-hmm.
If they gonna get me, let them say, oh shit, they got the nigga mini over here and forbid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not accepting that energy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be around other motherfuckers who's, you know, look, right? I'm blessed now. I'm hanging around people that's millionaires. And I love my other friends that when I get into all of that, I'm going to train them how to come in and behave and network with millionaires because it's just like it's so many things that don't make sense about street life right now because the niggas that's out there, how y'all a gang? How is it 40 of y'all and y'all don't own the corner store?
Yep. Don't own the
How
corner
y'all
store.
own
Don't
a pizza
own
shop?
nothing in the block.
And but this is your block though. That
Yeah.
you sell drugs in front of a nigga who just moved from another country,
Yeah.
and these niggas is getting so your mother is about to retire or whatever, but she been going to work 40 years and she been making 50,000, 40,000 a year, and y'all niggas been getting 40,000 a month, and y'all niggas ain't never say, yo, everybody go 55555. We gonna open up a niggas fried chicken. Welcome to niggas fried chicken.
Yeah.
So we stupid because we ain't doing nothing really.
Thanks.
All we doing is GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
all we doing that's all we're doing as niggering up. And then the fucked up thing is the big homie will pass you a hammer before he pass you the ledgers. I
Yep.
gotta get a little baby the ledgers, like, nah, you know, like what I know now is in 1984, I became allegedly in hearsay. I became allegedly in hearsay a crack dealer. So, with that being said, I was a baby, my nigga. I was a minor. I thought I was a grown man. You couldn't fucking tell me I wasn't a grown man when I started earning my own singles, started getting my own sheets. And the shit we did, fuck Washington, D.C., nigga. We went through towns, multiple towns with our bullshit, taking over people's apartments. Could have got murdered by a fiend the way we was moving in people's stuff. Standing on fuck a New York block, we invading and we daring y'all niggas that lived here your whole life to say something to us 16-year-olds.
Right.
We had guns, we had work, we was ready to go. And you look back on it all now, like what was it for? Because you come out on the back end with nothing. How many niggas is not even looking at the niggas who was, every nigga I know that was getting some money who's got a job now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yo, hey, Minnie, this is what I try to tell. I tried to tell a dude the other day, and I said this on my platform. I said, the dudes that got out the game, because he said, yo, how you just gonna get out the game and the game is just jail and death? I'm like, it's a lot of dudes that got out the game that ain't faced jail or death, that's got legitimate jobs, got legitimate things going on for themselves, and they was in the game hard, but they got out the game before them people came and got them. They hung the jersey up. You know what I'm saying? They hung the jersey up before they came and got them.
You ever hear the story of the tortoise and the hare?
Yeah.
So let me explain that to you in the drug game. In the beginning, the hustler has everything. In the end, the working man has everything. So you may beat the working man in the beginning, but he beats you at the end. Because now you're going to get your first job at 40-something, 50 years old, because you wasted 30 years giving your 30 years to the streets. Now you starting off in the entry-level position, and this suck-ass nigga that been working since he was 19 is telling you what to do. So that's the story of the working man crosses the finish line first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
At the end of the day, that's what they don't tell you about the street. And for every one winner that comes out the street, it's 100,000 losers. What kind of odds is that?
You know,
and the niggas who won were the niggas who put their drug money into something legal.
Fact.
They were so disgusted by what they had to do that they had to take that money and put it in something legit.
Yep.
So you can't win.
No, you can't win, Minnie, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, it's deep, but like dudes gotta understand you can't just it's like you say, it's the greediness. You know, a lot of dudes greed get them in the situation.
It's the easiness about it. You can sustain yourself. You can sleep when you want. You cut your phone off. You answer your phone. You got 5,000 waiting for you on your phone. It's an addiction. The same way the fiends are addicted. And then, you know, the funny thing about it, I lost $250,000 in 3 minutes in my robbery. It was allegedly a hit. It was in work. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all, but that when I finished that package, that's what I was gonna have for my pocket. That was my stash. I was 1 month from moving. It's funny how everything happens. I was a month from moving away from the hood. 1 month. I was getting ready to move to Montvale, New Jersey. Beautiful. Nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. And Teddy Jam, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's just like that. That's how energy works, nigga. The source is like, nah, bro. This ain't what the source will put you right. We're always fighting to go away from what the source has aligned for us. We don't understand that energy, but bro, as a nigga, if the source gave me these experiences, my musical experiences in this mind to create this music, and I'm out here selling dope, selling marijuana, Source was like, nah, I got a trick for you. Source laid me out a couple of times, killed me and brought me back to life. Because when I was in a coma, I had to learn how to walk again. I had all type of tubes in my head,
Yeah,
draining that motherfucker.
I remember many. I remember I had hit you up because I wanted you to pull up, and your daughter had told me you was in a coma, man. You was recovering from your coma, man, and like
My
I
nigga,
already
and when
know.
I was in the coma, I'm gonna tell you another thing about that. You know, when I leave from here, if I don't drive into the city with my car, the Metro North is right there. I go to Penn Station. So for the first time, I had to go through Penn Station, and it fucked me up. I caught a chill because in the coma in my dream, I saw my father, I saw my mother's father, and my son's mother, and they were right there. The end of Carlito's Way, where Benny Blanco shot Carlito. I
Uh-huh.
don't understand how to decipher dreams, but they was right there in the tunnel, just standing there looking at me, blocking me from coming into Grand Central Station, and nobody said
Man,
nothing, and they just had the mean face on. So, you know, when you in the man, all I can say is, yo, look, man. You know, I understand as a nigga who died and came back to life, because that's what I feel it was. Even though I was alive, I was in that unconscious state where I was with my dead people and saw more than four of them. As a nigga who died and came back to life, I get it. Like we out here doing everything but living the appropriate ways that we supposed to live.
yeah,
And
that's a
you know,
fact.
it's crazy. Like we don't even know what living is about because we engage in all these micro little nasty shits, eating wrong, fucking wrong, shooting wrong, beefing wrong, listening wrong, working wrong, careering wrong, and we not living, we not living as the way we should. Material, you gotta have the $8,000 jacket, the $40,000 car. Man, get that shit out of here. That shit is
Mm-hmm.
stupidity.
That's
That's all
true.
stupidity. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, um, everybody got to like choose their target, and your
Mm-hmm.
target should be like I tell niggas, all I'm chasing right now is simplicity. That's all,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope you would do the same because I be feeling bad for the little niggas because I know what it is to be a little nigga and be addicted to something. Like we got up every day looking at them 200 cracks, like, damn, I gotta finish these. So I can't imagine getting up and looking at your gun like, yeah, I'm gonna burn me a nigga. Like as that being a young man's ambition, I feel bad for them. I don't know how to cure it, but I could say it's no equity in killing black men. You don't get no rewards for that.
No,
You don't get no reward for killing your cousin. You're
nope.
buzzing. The nigga from the
Mm-hmm.
next project, all you did was bring grief to them people's family, and they can never get that person back. And
That's
I
right.
don't know how a young nigga is thinking now, but that's all I could say. Like everybody's going to this place that's not pleasurable.
Mm-hmm.
Jail ain't pleasurable. A nigga that's happy to be in there, he like doodle, he like booty.
Mm-hmm.
A nigga that's happy to be in jail, he got a piece of pussy in there. He got him some boy
Yeah,
pussy.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Minnie. I be telling them. I said the majority of the dudes that's in jail is gay or they crash test dummies. It's either the two.
You know, you got your instances where everybody ain't bad that's in there, but I'm talking about now the way crimes are being committed. I saw a
Mm-hmm.
video of a young nigga beating the shit out of somebody's mother.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Like I get it. I understand. I've seen that kind of violence. But now it's like the levels of what's a go and what's not helping the
Mm-hmm.
lady up the steps with her bags. Like like there was shootouts in the 80s, but the majority of the crime was walk-ups. It wasn't drive-bys. Like if I got a beef with a nigga from Monroe Projects, I'm not just gonna go shooting a crowd at whoever's
Mm-mm.
out there. That
Nope.
don't make no sense. You know
Not
what I
at
mean?
all. Not at all.
But that's the new thing. That's how niggas think now. Like, yeah, I aired that shit out. Nigga, you hit the Jehovah Witness son, like that this nigga don't never be out here. That's why you always see the nigga you shot at, he know you coming, he ain't outside.
Mhm.
So it's like it's no thought process and it's goofy. And
That's a
I don't
fact.
know, man. It's just I don't know, man. These hoes raise some goofy boys, man. They need
Yeah,
fathers.
yeah, that's a
They need
fact,
some
man.
fucking dads, you know? You
That's
got
a
any
that's
more questions, though, Gotti, before we
oh
give it? Because, you know, I'm getting ready to go over to the rap
oh yeah,
room.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say I got one last question, Vinny. Like who is like I want to say like the top five dudes like artists that you would want to work with, like in the game that you ain't work with, Vinny.
I'll be honest, because of the way I am now,
Uh-huh.
um, Anderson Paak and Bruno Mars, because
Okay.
that's where I'm at musically. Like, I wanna, and of course, my man Mos Def, Yasin Bey. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that nigga is just good energy. And
yeah,
the thing I love about them is, yeah, the nigga was paying me good money.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
had no problems with no money working with them niggas. Them checks was on time, and
yeah,
everything with him is he's fair. If I got 25 people to pay, if I got 10 people to pay, if I'm getting 50,000 a show, I'm
mm-hmm.
breading y'all niggas out. So he's very
Yeah,
fair on the pay, and I will
mm-hmm.
also say, definitely most, yeah, all of the niggas that's good energy. Like yo, you know, my man Bezo, right? He's done
Mm-hmm.
security with Jim Jones and Cameron for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Jim Jones music,
Mm-hmm.
but and Bezo will always tell me like, yo, give me beats, and I just didn't do it because I
Yeah,
didn't want to be in studio sessions where I might have to bring the hammer. And I know
yeah,
that sounds like some soft shit, but that's
mm-hmm.
where my mind state is at. Like, cause I come from Soundview where it was, and this is no lie. This was the environment we was in, and it wasn't always good. Especially when Pete went to jail, because Pete is one of us. He'll tell you, nigga,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a money boss player.
Mm-hmm.
But when he left that team behind, it was a lot of niggas who felt like, yeah, these niggas is cool. They get money, but fuck these niggas. That shit started. And it was for no good reason, because I knew you when your name was Cleophas. Now you GMR. You know, niggas get the acronyms on their name. BRB, be right back. Yo, that's the big right back. All that shit. Like, and that shit tore our community down.
Yeah,
It tore our community down because now every generation loses code. The babies now don't give a fuck.
mm-hmm.
And they dangerous for no reason. What you dangerous for, bro? I could see if you was bodying shit up and you was that nigga making 100,000 a week, you ain't
Yeah,
getting no money. You Wayne Perry.
yeah. That's
Wayne Perry
crazy.
got paid.
He did. He did. He
You mean
did.
you mean to tell me? And you and see in the federal laws, you can tell up or you can tell down now. So
Mm-hmm.
your boss could tell down on you. You could tell on the boss. And yo, look, yo, Gotti, look, look. Let me tell you something else. I don't like niggas, and this is
Mm-hmm.
from the core of my heart. You
Mm-hmm.
know, for a while when my situation that transpired, niggas wasn't sure about me, right? And there was these little innuendos on the street, like, yo, that nigga Minnie ain't right, because you know my family put the niggas away that ran in the
Yeah.
house because was family members in there with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when that shit happened, I bumped into niggas from my hood, right? And we about. And you know, I'm they like, yo, you always dolo, come back here with us. So I'm there, I'm chilling with them and shit. And I want to say this correctly. The change when they accepted me back, which I wasn't looking for, was
Mm-hmm.
funny to me because to one of them, I said to him, I said, yo, you free, ain't you? He's like, yeah. No, I said, yo, I was there when you did so and so such and such, right? He said, yeah. I said, you free, ain't you? And we laughed about it, but I took it as an offense because for the kind of crimes I've been on with niggas back in the days, it ain't no way you supposed to turn your phone off on me. Because if I'm the witness, nigga, you going down for 50 years for the things we did as children, the things we did in our 20s, the things we did in our 30s, the work we sold in our 40s. So I don't like niggas. I don't like niggas. Like I got my circle is so small, Gotti. I don't like niggas because the nigga shit is so fake. It's so fake and it's so stupid. So the things that niggas believe in, it's not getting nobody to a better place. And then the codes, the codes are so burnt out. Like the relationship I got with a nigga, yo nigga, you my heart. What up, Minnie? Yo, Minnie, what's going on? That's the relationship we got. You never turn. So you're gonna. So do you thought it was smart to turn your back on a nigga that could get you 100 years? Fuck niggas. That's my religion. My cousin Eddie Chiba always say that. Fuck niggas. I got a small group of friends that I love. They all genuine. We check on each other. We do for each other. You don't have it. I got it. I don't have it. You got it. We love each other. We've been together 30 plus years, probably 40. And I don't give a fuck about niggas. I'm not even a nigga that's big on new friends. It ain't no, a lot of young niggas got a 30-second loyalty. Like my loyalty is we're friends. This is how we move. Yeah, we've had micro fallouts, but we fixed that because we're real friends. So all this shit about the gang, the street codes, man, I wish I would put myself in the perimeter of nigga activity. It don't matter to me. I'm raising this little 10-year-old boy, and that's what the fuck matters. Not no niggas or no codes or no. So like I said, Gotti, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna make the announcement, and maybe we could go live from the skating rink because I want to get you. I want to get Double Diamonds. I want to get Haas up there. Everybody that showed me one. Even the what's the face? Gully. You know what I'm saying? I got some good things in the works. And with those good things in the works, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be like, you could, yo, Gotti, I become a billionaire. I'm going to come on the Bulletz Gotti show because you've always showed me an open hand. And I know you and Hocus got your thing going now and y'all got to fix that. But, you showed me an open hand and people that open their hand to me, I will always open it back. Like, I don't be caring about niggas that don't show the open hand. But niggas that fuck with me like that, that's my mind state right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Minnie, you always drop gems on me, man. I always give you your flowers on that. Hey, yo, Minnie, I want to tell you, man, I was watching the freestyle on Shade with you and the Legion and the Money Boys players. That was fire. I want to ask you, y'all doing an album together, big bro?
Yo, look, I'm working with, so here's the thing, right? Newfound friendships, old found friendships, Law Finesse, Buck Wild, Showbiz, Large Professor. These are my guys. So I'm the Libra shit is I got Pete Rock to commit to it. So it's gonna be me, Pete Rock, Large Professor. For the hip hop heads, we all of the producers that rhyme, we're doing the album together.
Fire.
So Large Professor been my friend for years. Me and Pete Rock knew about each other, but we get on the phone and kick it now on a regular basis. I'm just gonna be doing a lot of music, man. You know what I'm saying? Music is my life. I love it. And I'm the Libra is the nigga who I bring people together. So whatever was going on with Large and Pete, they wasn't in communication. I got them back in communication. So
that's good.
Look. And I'm telling all the old school niggas, we got to consolidate and make a big move together. So it's looking like that's going to happen. So it's going to be something. If these people don't shut down the whole system, we're going to be doing some beautiful things musically.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. For the 50 years of hip hop, that's dope, Minnie. That's dope right there, man. That's real dope. I just hope,
So
and I'm gonna keep it real.
I got my smokers coming. And then my man G Wash, he signed to Rock Nation. He's a sleeper, man. This nigga can rhyme, and his voice is the baritone like Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting ready to lace him. But he already got one album out called Smoke Prices. Yeah, I think it's Smoke Prices. Oh man, don't forgive me, man. But G Wash from 169th from Washington Avenue, you know, he's with Rock Nation. He's making his bones. He's getting ready to release another album called Blue Stew Chicken. Yo, we got four projects. I said it right the first time. We got 4 problems on the streaming sites. I got a solo album, Once Upon a Handshake. So, nigga, we just moving and grooving at the speed of what life will let us move. I'm not greedy. I'm not trying to bust nobody's head. I'm just trying to make my music stay out my way. You don't fuck with me. You don't gotta get stabbed. You don't gotta get shot. You don't gotta get fired on. I'm still me. I don't give a fuck. I don't fear nobody. Police ain't gonna pull me over and beat me up. I'm gonna hurt one of y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I just mind my business now. I raised my child, and I'm still a violent nigga if need be. But right now, I'm on some real peaceful. I love everybody. This is what I'm doing. I'm not in the street life no more. I divorced them streets.
Nah, I feel you on that. Hey, Minnie. I want to ask you this, right? Cause I was looking at the thing for the 50th anniversary at the Yankee Stadium joint, and I said, and I'm gonna keep it real, Minnie. I said that should have been all Bronx artists, just out of respect, cause hip hop started in the Bronx. The Bronx should have had that whole card, but you know, industry gonna do what the industry gonna do.
Well, you know, you got to really think, right? 50th anniversary is showing how far hip hop has came. You can't have a bunch of Bronx artists because nobody gonna come.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The Bronx ain't get none of it. Now, yo, listen, right? You know, you got to really look. The only nigga that has enjoyed this shit the whole entire time is Fat Joe.
Fact.
Well deserved. He's from Trinity Ave. This is an avenue where niggas is still getting their head blown off. He's from Trinity. He's one of the he's a wild Puerto Rican from the Bronx. He's a man. You know what I'm saying? So rightfully so. Joe held us down. But now you got Cardi B, you got A Boogie with the hoodie, you got his man Don Q, which I love. You got all of these people coming through now, and that shows you that the world is over. Because where it started, I always used to say where it started and finished. And the Money Boss players in 98, we used to argue so much in the studio. Me and Father Tom laughed about it because I was like, man, we probably get on at the end of the world. And look at what we doing now. Niggas is doing a lot of shit. So, you know, look, man, love to everyone. Thank you for having me, Gotti. And
I appreciate you, big bro. I definitely appreciate you, Minnie.
Anytime, Gotti. I just hope that somebody heard something that could make them move.
Yeah, definitely, big bro, definitely.
Right.
And everybody go support my big bro, Minnesota.
No, it's simple. On Instagram, it's Minnesota Money Boss, Minnesota _ Money Boss. You're gonna see. Then y'all will see. Oh, I heard that record. Oh, you did that. So you'll see the work. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota Money Boss on Instagram, and then there's the Money Boss Players on Instagram. So that's the crew, and we there, man. Money Boss Players, Eddie Chiba, Trey Bag, Big I, C-Dub, Lord Tariq. We on, and support my man Peter Guns too, because that's family.
Yeah, shout out to Peter Guns. Definitely shout out to Peter Guns. But yo, Minnie, I appreciate you, big bro, for pulling up, man.
Anytime, Gotti. We
gotta do another one.
I know Mos Def taught me something a long time ago. We did a show in Columbus, Ohio, right? And we in the auditorium performing, and nobody was there. And I was like, yo, Mos, we still gonna do the whole show? He was like, hell yeah. By the time those college students found out we was in there, it was standing room only. They didn't believe he was coming. And the thing about it is, you know, like I said, these were situations where I learned from him, like, nigga, if it's one person that shows up to see you, or it's 50,000, every show ain't gonna be big. Because now I'm thinking, nigga, we just came out the fucking auditorium, nigga. I'm like, it's supposed to be like this all the time. Nah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I learned that. But yo, that's it though, Gotti, man. Anytime, holla at me.
Yeah, I
As
got
a
you, man.
man, yo, listen, as a man, you hit my man Hocus and y'all one-on-one and y'all
Yeah,
fix whatever y'all got going on. As a
yeah.
man, the
I'm
shit
gonna
you got
do
going
that.
on with Poppy, fix it because we men, this is what black
Yeah,
men do. We don't keep
yeah,
fucking if your views fall too low,
yeah,
you don't gotta fight a nigga. Y'all talk it out as
yeah.
men. And with that,
Fact,
that's it. All right, Gotti,
fact.
be good, all right?
All right, big bro. Salute. I
All
appreciate you, man.
right, stay out of shit, don't step in it.
I got you. I
All
got
right.
you, Mitty.
All
All
right,
right,
peace on to you.
salute.
All
Peace,
right,
big
salute.
bro. Yeah, shout out to my big brother, Minnesota, for pulling up, man. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? I always love to have dialogue with Minnie, man. Me and him, we had some conversations, man. You know what I'm saying? And it be some real deep conversations, man. So, you know, and this was a deep one right here. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing we do on the Bulletz Gotti show, man. We have deep dialogues, man. And we speak from the heart. You know, other than that, man, you know, stay out of shit. Don't step in it, like my brother Minnie says, and you know, keep your eyes on the prize. Never take it off the prize. You know what I'm saying? And keep yourself humble and stay God and put God first, cause that right there is gonna keep you humble every time. So that being said, I'm out. Salute. Y'all have a blessed night.